Okay, boys and girls, we are back. Hold on, let me get my... I'm getting situated. This is the live reaction to the Xfinity Series Race at Auto Club Speedway in beautiful Fontana, California. After the really lame-ass day I've had, I'm happy to be home. Happy to be about to watch a race. Because I wasted a good 4 hours today for no fucking reason at all. For some really lame food. No, YouTube, I don't want to download YouTube music. I want to bring up my video. So if anybody drops by, once again, YouTube, I'm clicking on... Okay. Why is YouTube app being such a bitch? Okay. And the audio is good. Let me make sure. Yep, it's good. It's as good as it's ever going to be. Okay, Ghetto NASCAR live stream. We're back again. No Cup guys, if I'm not mistaken. I remember looking at the entry list this week and being like, yeah, I'll do the Xfinity race, so there must not be any Cup guys in it that I'm aware of. There won't be any Truck Series. There won't be many Truck Series live streams based on how things are going with the Kevin Harvick bounty on Kyle Busch and Marcus Lemonis bounty on Kyle Busch bringing Cup guys back to the Truck Series, you know. I think I'm going to pass on that. I'll watch it, but I will not stream it. I'll watch it because I'm going to watch these races anyway. Which I don't know. Next week's Phoenix, right? Is there a truck race now? I don't even know if there's a truck race next week. I know there is at Atlanta and Homestead. But I digress. Chad Canals is on commentary today. That's going to be really good. It's Chad. I used to love listening to Chad on Inside NASCAR, or This Week in NASCAR when he was on that show. So Chad's really good at this. And he has to pretend to like Joey Logano again. Chad Canals has to pretend to like Joey Logano for the next couple hours. So bless his heart.
Why do you like it so much? There's so many options. I think that's what it is. It's a challenge. It's
a challenge.
There's bumps, there's tire wear,
Since I've been out all day, I didn't watch Cup qualifying or anything. I'm about to look at who won the poll because I don't know who won the poll for tomorrow. We'll find out right now. Last I saw it was Clint Boyer. I don't know if anybody beat him at the end.
It can be aggravating at this racetrack. Tire degradation is extremely high, like Joey had spoken about a moment ago.
This race should be good. I've got... Yeah, Clint Boyer on the pole for tomorrow. Jimmy Johnson second. Well, hot damn.
That's really difficult for the teams
That's
to
cool.
manage because short runs, restarts, short stages in the Xfinity race, you really got to pay attention to what it is you need on the short run to see if you can even be in the hunt at the end of the race. You said restarts. We talked about it last week. They were huge.
God, I'm fucking just so happy to be home.
It really is. And what you're going to see is the bottom line is going to prevail in the
hey,
most of the time. But if you
I
don't
feel you there,
hole to
big
get
boy.
back up to the top lane down the straightaways, that top lane just turns into a freight train and just starts passing you. So it's important to be aggressive, make those passes, but have that aggressive clear by your spotter to be able to get back up in lane. Yeah, if somebody's laying on your door through 1 and 2, you're
Joey.
back straight away. Does the crew chief just cover his eyes on a race?
Nobody lays on more drivers' doors than Joey Logano.
And get the command. Race fans, it's time for the most famous
Ooh.
words in motorsports.
It's time.
Here to give the command, please welcome misunderstood
Looks like
Cobra Kai Dojo Karate Sensei Martin Cove.
he's a sensei. Noni. He's not Asian. I'm kidding. I'm being a smartass. Trust me, I'm only a smartass, not a racist. I promise.
Remember, no mercy.
No mercy.
Start your engines.
Wax on, wax off.
I can honestly say, I've never seen a command quite
Oh.
like that. We're going green when we return to Southern California. Glad you're along for the...
Yeah. So, today, I got dragged out of the house, which I voluntarily went because I was excited. There's this barbecue place in the next county that's like legendarily good, apparently. So we all decided Why don't we go there? Well, we get there. It's like 45 minutes away. We get there. The place is so packed you can't get in, and they said it was going to be like a 45-minute to an hour wait. So my dad was just like, fuck it, we'll go somewhere else. I was like, cool. We settled on Golden Corral, which, you know, used to be good, but now Golden Corral fucking sucks. And I just thought it'd be easy, so even I was suggesting, yeah, fuck it, just go to Golden Corral so we can go the fuck home. Because then we had, after we rode all the way to this place, waited there a few minutes, rode around a little bit more, had to stop for 20 fucking minutes for people to take a piss. Then we go to Golden Corral, and it was just so not worth it. Having to be stuck in a car with somebody who won't shut the fuck up all day. When I could have just stayed home, because, I mean, if it was like, hey, want to go to Golden Corral? I'd be like, no thanks, I'll just stay home and eat something later. But because we were going to go get this badass barbecue, I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I'll go. I've been thinking about it. Because my dad and I were at work the other day, and he was showing me pictures of the food from this place. And I was like, oh, yeah, it looks fucking great. Let's go. Well, next time we know to call ahead. But then again, if there is a next time, I don't know if I'll go, because I don't feel like being in a fucking car all day. We left at like 12:40, and I got back about 20 minutes ago. And it sucked. Because Golden Corral doesn't even have steak till after 4. And it's 4 now, so I guess I could go back. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going back. It's in the next county. It's only like... The Golden Corral we go to is in the next county, but it's like 30 minutes away. But I don't care to ever go there again. It was fucking awful. No better than the food I could have got around here. So that's what I did. I wasted a Saturday stressing out. And almost getting killed less than 5 minutes from home. So I'm just trying to get in stream mode now. What am I doing? I got worried that my mic was off there for a minute. My biggest fear. My OCD will not allow me to not check every 5 seconds. What, Ozzy? You're being so weird. But he's being cuddly. He's being cute and cuddly. California Auto Club Speedway. I do like this racetrack. And with these cars and the weather conditions, it should. I'm very optimistic about this race. I have reasonably good expectations. Because that Xfinity race last week was so bad. There's a Toyota Super Pace car. There are seriously only 2 Fords worth of shit in this series. That's amazing. Woo! I'm excited. We've got a race to watch. I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well if it doesn't rain. I don't know what the weather is, but we'll see. I'm sure if I try to stream, there'll be rain. I was nervous to get on today. I'm like, I don't want to jinx these fuckers. I feel like if I get on to stream a race, it's going to rain. I would like to apologize to everyone for sticking around and doing the Xfinity race last week. We didn't even talk about the race because there was nothing to talk about. It was just me, Cameron, and Dylan bullshitting for a couple hours, and occasionally me being like, wow, Noah Gregson's a douchebag.
Yeah, like I said, the bottom's not exactly where I want to be, but I think my best move is to maintain momentum, whichever best way to do that. If I can clear on the top and then roll that lane, because that big draft on the back straightaway is huge to be able to, get yourself clear in 3 and 4. The goal is to be clear by the front straightaway. Hard to make up track position for the first 10 laps, and then we start moving around and run the bends.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun racetrack. I'm starting 7th tomorrow, so I'll be watching you.
Nobody cares, Joey.
Making those moves, and I'll be learning a little bit while I'm up here.
Copy. I'm down here trying to be like you.
Hey, that's a good goal.
They have a lot in common, Austin Cindric and Joey Logano. So he's already well on his way to being just like Joey.
Who is calling the shots for Cindric today? I'm going to do my best to make sure that we share the love up here, not just driver.
Oh, I like that.
Crew chief.
I like that.
All right, little recognition.
It takes the D crew chiefs out there.
Well, let's get some last minute stories.
Chad is great in the booth. This is going to be awesome. Just for Chad.
Carry that crew chief up down here on pit road now. Taylor Moyer, crew chief on the 8th. He's hoping that bad luck does indeed happen in 3s because at Daytona, Jeff Burton was running second, was crashing.
Chad, click off your mic before you start talking. Rookie. Daniel Hemrick back in the 8 car this week.
2 top 5s already. He starts from the 2nd position.
Yes, Ozzy, it's me.
Maybe what is one of the toughest tracks for rookies. I asked him the biggest concern he had today. He said moving around on the racetrack and still conserving that right rear tire. But his eyes lit up. He said this is one of the best cars he's ever had. He's really excited for it. Look for
I literally stayed in the... God, I spent all day on my phone watching YouTube to avoid social contact today. I'm a bit of a hermit. So when I got drug out of the house today, I was like, headphones and cell phone and watch videos. Quit, Ozzy.
His dad, Jeff, was able to find his way to victory lane here a number of years ago. We're going to do as we see it. This is where you two give me keys to the race. You're up first, Joey.
Oh, well, I think tires, right? You have so much fall off.
Tires and blocking, right, Joey Logano?
Tires to make sure you have something on the long run and also manage your strategy to it. I think Chase...
We're flying solo today. I think my friend Dylan will be here tomorrow.
With running a race here in the past, I think that's a big deal. Is a little bit of experience, even a little bit they have over some of the rookies and some fast cars today will help. And then restarts. Man, restarts are just incredible here. Being smart, making the right moves, but also being aggressive is going to pay a huge reward.
Look at that beautiful track surface. All worn out and shitty looking. It's great. As all racetracks should be.
But much like you were talking about, Joey, the tire deck here is so high. You really got to pay attention. You've only got 5 sets laying in your pit box right now. You're starting on scuff.
That's what makes the Xfinity race at California so interesting. The limit on sets of tires.
Tires to try to save a couple sets for that final stage, which is 80 laps, and that's a long, long run. And then again, you just got to watch the driver line. You're going to see guys ripping the wall around here, just trying to keep the RPM.
This place is fun to watch when the cars are right and the weather's right. This track puts on good races.
Starting 8th today, 3rd last week at Las Vegas.
Ryan Sieg finished 3rd at Las Vegas last week, driving the car that Austin Dillon won at Las Vegas with in 2015. He was driving a 5-year-old race car, finished 3rd. Guess that was a damn good car. Hell, Austin Dillon won in it, so it must have been a really good car. Because he doesn't really have the talent to carry a car. Sieg, I like, though.
No mercy.
I hate Austin Cindric, but that paint scheme is sexy. I love that color scheme there, the black numbers with the red outlines. Very 2001 Rockingham, Kevin Harvick style. Like the only time Harvick ran that paint scheme, if I remember correctly. Oh, let's watch a race. I'm so tired. Didn't sleep worth a damn last night.
A couple of Toyotas behind him. 6th time that Joe Gibbs Racing has swept the front row at Auto Club Speedway. Brandon Jones winning his 3rd career pole. Harrison Burton on the front row with him.
Well, I mean, I don't really pick for Xfinity races because I don't care enough, but like I said, the overall lack of talent in this series certainly opens things up. But I look for Briscoe to dominate again. Chase Briscoe could really run this series this year.
On this initial start, that's probably a good move. I think that's a good one. You're gonna get a good push probably down the straightaway here.
Oh yeah.
You protect yourself from someone putting you 3 wide on the
Let's
bottom.
watch a race.
And then also when you're in the outside in the corner, you can kind of
Kim Burton. Oh God, Kim Cam.
a little bit of teamwork there.
I wish that bitch would have stayed in the motorhome
Maybe. We'll see.
like she did last week. I'm pretty sure she stayed in the motorhome last week.
Gonna shine on today. Here we go in California.
As Larry McReynolds once said, the green fag is out. Brandon Jones got a great launch. Let's look at all the different lines. There's Chastain out against the wall. He's the furthest out there.
Able to find that clean air. Here's where he's got to get back up in that line, or he's going to lose a ton of.
I had a long week this week, so this feels good.
But then down the straightaway, if you don't clear yourself up, you're in trouble.
That's where spotters right now are so critical.
Racetrack is so bumpy. I love it. This is a man's racetrack. I used to hate this place. Everybody used to hate this place.
So right here, you're going down the straightaway and you're saying, all right, where's the car in front of me going to go? So I go to the other lane that he is, because you're looking for clean air.
Brandon Jones is leading.
Challenge for the lead.
Never mind, Daniel Hemrick. Well, he ain't cleared him. Jones going to get the run off the corner. Better move up, Hemrick, before Harrison Burton goes by you. Burton shoots to the inside.
And that's a great example of that top lane coming into play. Daniel Hemrick had a hard time coming off of turn 2. The 20 keeps the momentum up top. Boom, makes the move.
And that's just on throttle time, right, Joe? You're just going, and the driver's able to get to the throttle sooner, carry that momentum all the way down the back straightaway to get that line position.
And as tires wear, that top lane will become more and more dominant. And you'll see these cars running right up next to the wall, all the way through the corner. As you see every lap. Look how
everybody's running the high line. There's like 8 lanes not being touched right now. Here comes the train. It's not just exclusive to Daytona and Talladega. Mike Snyder's in the 93 this week, remember that. If he ever sees Noah Gragson today.
For them, it's the first time they've ever been to this 2-mile racetrack. It's got to be intimidating to roll out onto this racetrack this big with the content on the racetrack and how rough it is.
Ryan Sieg will win a race before Riley Herbst ever does, because Riley Herbst is never going to win a race.
Well, it is. You're going almost 200 miles an hour into a flat corner, running the high side with cars all around you, dirty air, all the turbulence, and saying, well, where am I going to go? There's just so much you can do. So that's where the experience means so much when you come to a race.
Briscoe passing Hemrick for third.
Making it work early, led 89.
And he's running the bottom now. Now Hemrick's moving down, so Briscoe and Hemrick have moved down, at least in 3 and 4.
You could say picking up where he left off, goes around the 8 of Daniel Hemrick, and puts himself in the 3rd position behind those 2 cars from Gibbs, Jones, and Burton.
I really like what I saw in the 98 cars lap times of practice.
Yeah, the 98, Briscoe's going to win this race. Just like last week. Hopefully it'll be a little more eventful than last week. Ryan Sieg's trying to pass Chastain for 5th.
Final position in the top 5 on the line here.
And Adam Alexander and the guys have already run out of shit to say.
Racing with that 39 we talked about of Ryan Sieg.
Yeah, because we don't hear that in Cup anymore.
That's just going to happen more and more as his tires fall off. So going back to your point, Chad, about cars that are good for short runs or long runs, you're getting close to 10 laps. It's kind of considered starting to be a long run at this race.
Dude, after 5 laps, your tires are dead at this place.
2 miles around this place.
Migrating to the wall. He was getting close there. Chastain, and here's his teammate.
Noah Gregson's falling out of the top 10.
He's a second-year driver, so is Noah Gragson in the 9. There's Noah won the season opener at Daytona.
Yeah, and that move right there that we just missed with the pass at Ross Chastain, he was running the wall through the corner, building momentum, and then made the pass down that straightaway.
Is Gregson going to wreck Justin Haley for having the audacity to just pass him? Is he going to pull a sloppy Joe?
Noah yesterday was ripping the wall in practice and putting together a very, very long run, a 25-lap run in the final practice yesterday. Really looked good.
So here's a replay of what we're talking about. Here you see the 10 of Ross Chastain up top.
Woo, Chastain did the Earnhardt Jr.
He's got 10 miles an hour on him or so right there. Able to easily make the move down the straightaway. Here he is running.
Oh, visor cam, this is great.
Well, there's nothing Ryan Sieg can do to defend that. The move was already happening while they're in the corner.
No, if that's a super speedway, you're supposed to block like an asshole.
Making that move. Are you in the front straightaway and saying, here's my plan going to 1 and 2? How long does it take to set that up?
Well, you got to make split-second decisions, and if Ryan Sieg was to run the top, Ross Chastain probably would have went to the bottom. You just go to where there is clean air. And being one of the
Brandon Jones' car and clean air carrying him to a
pretty nice reward.
3/4 of a second lead.
You're able to get,
It's damn sure not the driver.
It almost works as an air cushion right up next to the wall. A lot of air.
By the end of this stage, Briscoe will have both of them. I'm fairly confident. And they're going to commercial already. Which, then again, I mean, they kind of got strung out pretty fast. to lay down on my bed a minute because I have been stuck in that car all day for nothing. God, that was so not worth it. I've never been so happy to be home. You know, the good thing is, and I try to remind myself of this, anytime I have to leave the house and go somewhere that I don't want to go, especially when it's going to take hours, is that when I come back home, I will be so fucking happy to be home. It'll feel like the greatest thing ever. Fucking Golden Corral. I ought to close down. That place used to be good. Not as good as the Honey Hog, that barbecue place we didn't get to eat at today. Shit looked phenomenal. I was very disappointed that I left the house to not be able to go there. I said I'm not exactly the most social guy in the world. That's why I stay home and watch races and talk to myself like this. I don't even have my phone, so I'm not looking at Twitter during the commercial break right now. I'm just chilling. Ram Truck President's Day event. Fuck you, Lowe's. There's a Lowe's commercial. Fuck you for dropping Jimmy Johnson and not at least coming back to be an associate sponsor. Oh, it's a commercial about my job. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I paint. That's what I do, Lowe's. That's what I do. I like my whole gimmick of holding my headphones and not wearing them. Oh, they're back.
California's a crazy racetrack, especially when
California's a crazy racetrack.
Just want to do your homework, take some notes on the previous race from last year. Hardest part about it's going to be being in a new race car.
God, I'm sleepy. I'm gonna take a nap after this race. What the hell?
Make up for that time lost.
I was so bored today.
Drive for Joe Gibbs Racing because
Anthony Alfredo in the 21.
And we heard from Anthony Alfredo. This is his pit side. But there's one
Hilarious.
we've discovered.
He's got a knife. He needs a spoon.
Right, you gotta have a spoon to twirl it in, right?
That is awesome. What a great pit side.
Yeah, who eats Alfredo with a knife? Where's the 21? 14th?
Family recipe. You like, does that just
That's not, well, not bad for him.
I would. I like Alfredo.
Guy, he's only got 13 career Truck Series starts.
Just bought a simulator.
We're 14 laps into stage 1. Brandon Jones is the leader by a second and a half over Harrison Burton.
Puts it in my house. He's got this
Briscoe lost a lot of ground during that commercial break.
And I'm like, hey,
And Brandon Jones is just cruising.
I'm like, all right, nice to meet you. And I was like, what do you do, Anthony? He's like, I drive race cars. I was like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, what do you drive? He's like, well, I drive the 21 RCR car in Xfinity. I was like, really? You do? Like, what was your last name? He said Alfredo. And I'm like, no, really? What was your last name? He said Anthony Alfredo. And I was like, well, man, nice to meet you. So yeah, they helped me put the simulator in my house.
If you meet him, you'll never forget him because his last name is Alfredo.
Of course. And he's from Connecticut, so obviously he's very smart and well-liked.
Only assholes are from Connecticut. Joe Logano is a prime example of that. And as a guy who spent summers in Connecticut, I can confirm. I have been through Middletown, Connecticut many times.
When you look at his history, you mentioned the fact he grows up in Connecticut working construction for his dad. He actually walked away from racing to play other sports. He's a gamer. You see his handle is Fast Pasta, so it's very appropriate. And just so you know, when it comes to e-racing at Daytona, you can go below the double yellow line. He won the e-racing.
Ah.
That's a close finish.
Maybe NASCAR should think about that.
There's room to do that here, too.
There is indeed.
And it's not out of bounds, so just have at it, right?
Have at it, boys. Ain't heard that in a while.
He's 14th right now after qualifying.
Ryan Sieg in a car that's probably years old, outrunning Riley Herbst, who's in the best car in the field.
Michael Annett in the 1. The 11 is Justin Haley. That's for 10th. Brandon Brandon Jones out front, leading by a couple of seconds. And one thing you have to have here trying to find the lane that you want to run in is help from the spotter stand.
Well, this series is in rough shape. If Brandon Jones can lead the race by 2 seconds, this series is in rough shape.
And the spotter role, like Jen was talking about, it's just evolved so much over the last 4 or 5 years. And when you go to a racetrack like this, as a race car driver, you can only see what you can see out of the front windshield, and which is a lot of times not much around a 2-mile racetrack. And if you're running 10th, 12th, whatever it may be, you can't see where the leader's running, where the fastest cars are. And that spotter will give you information, hey, the leaders are at the top or the bottom, and moving around, where your competitors are behind you, who's coming along fast or not. Right here is a great opportunity. When you see the spotters.
Look at Gregson actually making a pass.
Here comes the 9-0 Gregson up against the wall. Ripping it up there, so that's an impressive pass to do that. You're in dirty air up against the wall like that. It's a very risky move when you do that. But we talk about these composite bodies on these Xfinity cars all the time. You can hit the wall, but it's okay. It's not a big deal.
Well, one thing's for sure, that top groove is going to be rubbered in.
That's a really good quality. And that's something where you look at the 9 and the 7 right there. What Austin's doing.
Too bad it's going to rain tomorrow morning, so it really won't matter for the Cup race.
Maybe experience right there. Yeah.
And that's a decision Austin had to make right there. He has a run on 18. Where do I go? Here's where they merge. Here's where you got to be aggressive clearing and the momentum from the top.
Oh, the 18 and the 22. Remember those days?
So the goal for the 22 would be to get on his quarter panel, slow him down, and drag him back. But the speed of the 18 car there, he had no chance to back him up.
Right. And here you go, Austin, again. Here's the difference. Let's stay here and watch this. You're up against the wall. Here comes the momentum. He's going to start building through the 2/3 part of this corner. Maybe not as much this time as I was hoping to show you. Looked like 18 had a good corner that night. But the lap before he had a great run. And now Austin's far enough back. He's going to run the wall again. This is where it seems like he's able to make the most speed out of his race car to try to build that momentum. It's a long straightaway here. You got to keep these things wound up.
And we're 19
Track is fun to drive in the games.
We're going to start to see, I think, the comers and goers.
I would imagine in the simulators and iRacing and such, it's probably very fun.
Brandon Jones out front. The pole setters led every lap so far today.
Well, ain't that nice? I'm laying down every commercial. Every chance I get. Twitter can wait. Usually I look to Twitter to give me something to talk about, but my phone's on the charger. Because it's getting quite the workout today. How else am I going to keep myself entertained when I'm riding around in a car for hours? Just really wanting to go home. Let's hope the Cup race tomorrow is good. I hate getting my hopes up because, last week got my hopes up and the race was very good, but the end result was very lame. And I see that Jimmy Johnson qualified second and the Hendrick cars have speed again. And I'm like, ooh. But I'm sure that they will lose the race in heartbreaking fashion. How sweet would it be if Jimmy Johnson won tomorrow? I wish Jimmy was not retiring. I feel like he's retiring slightly too soon. If I was Jimmy, I'd give it at least one more year because they're just now starting to get back on track. Or at least it seems they're heading in the direction. We can't say anything. They've only run 2 races. But it'd be very disappointing to start doing really good and think, oh, well, if he came back next year, imagine how much better they'd be. That's okay, Keselowski will get the 48 next year and win like 8 races or something. Larson will get the 14. Chastain to the 42. They'll move Blaney to the 2. De Benedetto to the 12 or something. Somebody will get the 12. They'll move Blaney to the 2 and keep Logano in the 22. There's a lot that's going to happen next year. This is all just guesswork, by the way. I don't have any inside information or sources or anything. I'm just a dude who's really tired. But now I've committed to watching this race. Oh, we're back. 12 to go in stage 1. Brandon Jones leading by 2.5 seconds over Harrison Burton and Chase Briscoe.
Brandon Jones thinks it's quite enjoyable to let every lap today. 12 to go in our first stage. Let's take a look at our forward performance. Track facts. And, you know, this was a Ford kind of place in the early 2000s. Bit of a hiatus. And they're back to victory lane the last 2 years.
Bit of a hiatus because Jimmy Johnson won everything.
2018, Cole Custer beating Kyle Busch here a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, this racetrack, as big as it is, you can't have a weakness. You know, horsepower means a lot. You get these long straightaways. You got these flat corners that you got to handle really good. So it takes everything together, and not to mention the strategy of the race. That we've seen happen multiple
But NASCAR on Fox music
it takes the whole
gets me hopped every time.
winning a race together here is definitely tough.
Haven't had a caution yet, and I'll knock on wood as I say that, but that can be good news for the crew chief, Chad, because that just means those 5 sets of tires
Damn.
you got laying in the pit area, you're saving them, and you don't have to worry about a decision that you're going to have to make later on.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to do. And if we do happen to get a late caution in this stage, you're going to have to pay attention because we've had a 2.5-second fall off in lap time.
Allgaier has fallen out of the top 10.
You really got to be smart. You don't want to give
He's
up
in
that
11th.
set of tires if you don't have to and save it for a short run at the end of the race.
What's up with Allgaier, Regan?
Justin Haley loose there. It's a little bit. A little free. I won't say loose. He's a little free.
They've had a struggle getting the rear end to match up with the front end of the race cars, meaning his race car has been loose everywhere. That is the problem again today.
10 to go, stage 1.
A loose race car, one of the guys we expected to see go forward on this
It's almost like this first 35 laps is practice.
I talked to Jason Burdett earlier this morning, and that's exactly what they told me, is he had a very, very fast short run car, which you could see that in practice times, but definitely would fall off late in the run.
10 laps to go on the stage. Brandon Jones is leading, and then you look at the tire fall off courtesy of our
Wow, that ghost car sucks.
compared to lap 24 for the guy out front.
You know, watch it when they get to the turn. It just separates more and more, and now they're going to go down this back straightaway, and you look at the speed difference. 166 miles an hour versus 150-ish miles an hour coming off the corner. That just legs them all the way down the straightaway. We're talking 2.5.
Hey, Kyle, is that NASCAR Heat Evolution?
At this point of the run. That's a lot of time to be lost. So you can imagine if he had new tires right now, how much time he'd make up on them. But
Briscoe has caught Harrison Burton for second.
Definitely something we're going to
I said he'd get both of them. He's not going to get both, but he's going to get Harrison Burton here the next 8 laps.
When you pit as a crew chief,
Probably
to
sooner
get
than
your car
that.
to the road is going to determine if you're able to leapfrog somebody on the racetrack. And these guys are racing
Woo!
hard right here.
Cindric, Herbst, and Sieg are like crisscrossing through lap traffic and racing each other hard. They are 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Too much time at the beginning of the run. Austin Cindric currently is running lap times.
Boy, Sieg has really stepped up this year.
But he's about 8 seconds back in the 8th position. A small piece of debris on the grill.
I mean, that team is running really well again.
They should be, so there shouldn't be an issue.
In the past, they usually run between like 8th and 14th, but this dude's like 6th right now. Finished 3rd last week. That was the best part about that Xfinity race. And there you go. Briscoe just powered around Harrison Burton for second.
Chase Briscoe running just a little bit higher than Harrison Burton in the corners, and pressuring him to make a mistake.
Over 2. Well, I can see Brandon Jones.
Into the corner, also running the highlight.
If he catches Brandon Jones before this 7 laps runs out, that'd be
There's no
crazy.
margin for error up there. You know, a little mistake, you're popping the fence. So a great move by Chase Briscoe to bring that forward.
He's cut that lead down to under 2 seconds. It's at 1.7 seconds. It was 2.5 2 laps ago, and he's cut it down to 1.7.
Was a half of a second a lap faster.
Oh, yeah, he's coming. There's only 7 laps to go on the stage, coming to 6th, though. But that lead's disappearing.
That means he can pick whatever line it
Well,
is
Jones
he
gets
wants.
even bobbled a little bit by a lap car.
Still running lap times fast.
1.5
This is what
seconds.
the leader is.
And listen to Austin Cindric.
1.4
Going
seconds.
through the corner, right up against the wall. Listen
Damn, he might catch him.
that he's applying.
I said he would, and then I was like, maybe not. But now I'm starting to think.
He is working it. Listen to the throttle here.
There's really no advantage for Cup guys to run Xfinity anymore because the cars are so different.
They gotta get that thing working a little better for him.
Maybe that's why there's less Cup guys now more than ever.
He qualified 7th, fell to 8th at the initial start, right, because he was down in that inside lane, and he's been able to make up no ground. Now here's Justin Allgaier, Justin Haley. This is just outside the top 10. These are 2 fast race cars that are fighting to get inside.
That lead has stalled out. Well, now it's down to 1.3. It's kind of stalled out, though. Briscoe's not flying like he was.
Run the first run of the race. There's so many, you know how it is. You have so many educated guesses, I guess you could say it.
5 to go.
You know, between practice and the race. So which way is the track going to go? What's Dirty Air going to do? And if you don't have a pit stop early, you're going to pay the penalty if you're not very good to start.
And once again, you have to remember, you're under qualifying tires. So those tires have already been beat up pretty badly depending upon what you try to do for tire pressure, what you did for your cross weight. You could have easily overheated a right front or a right rear qualifying, and you carry that whole 30.
Okay, he's going to catch him. He's got it down to 0.4 of a second. 4 laps to go in the stage. That lap traffic must have really hurt Brandon Jones. Get out of the way, 52. God, Briscoe's flying. Yeah, this is about to be the race right here. Briscoe gets this lead, they'll never get it back unless they steal it on pit road. Which tire strategy is going to be out the window because you're going to get 4 every time today. Coming through 3 and 4. 3 to go in the stage this time.
We all know you can win a lot of races that way. Track position is so huge. You'll want to be in control of the race.
Oh yeah, he's going to be on his ass here.
Make it 3, and Briscoe right on the tail end of Brandon Jones, who's led every lap so far.
And this traffic is going to be tough to deal with.
Here comes Briscoe for the lead. Oh man, that Mike Snyder in the 93. Ah, that killed Briscoe's run. That saved Brandon Jones a little bit. If Briscoe can regroup here. Jones is able to stretch it out. The 93 slowed the 98 down.
So how much does your spotter help you, Joe?
Now the 98's changed his lineup. He's on the bottom. I don't know if that's going to work. God, he had him too. Stupid lap car. Mike Snyder.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's honestly what
2 to go in the stage. He ain't going to catch him. That stupid, that damn 93.
That's a playoff point. That's 10 regular season points. It's huge. And right there you see
it's huge.
One lap car puts enough distance between Chase
that leads
Briscoe
back to
and
over 1.2 seconds. Well, now it's shrinking again.
As he was in his fast when he caught him.
Momentum's just so big. I mean, it's unbelievable what that does to you. Advantage just over a second now for Brandon Jones. Interesting, these two are running 1-2 because last year a Gibbs car and Kyle Busch run stages 1 and 2, but an SHR car and Cole Custer won the race. Today you got a Gibbs car out front, and Brandon Jones in second right now from SHR is Chase Briscoe as we hit the start-finish line.
Last lap of the stage.
In our first stage.
Briscoe's catching him again, but it's too late.
Here you see them both up top, but even the last lap, Chase Briscoe's got some longer on speed. He made up, 4 or 5 tenths of a second.
This race is not going to be a race for long when Briscoe gets out front.
There's definitely some speed in the cars for a long run. These next stages will be interesting as it goes, what short run to long run's going to be.
Yeah, he gets a little bit better start in this next stage. He's going to be forced.
Well, Brandon Jones is the stage 1 winner. God damn, I'm tired.
Briscoe reeled him in, but not going to be able to get there and make the pass for the lead. What an opening stage for Brandon Jones. First stage victory.
Jones really caught a break there with lap traffic. It's usually not that way for the leader. But it was today. So far. Damn. Come here, Ozzy. Fine. My little cat won't come play. There's Charlotte Motor Speedway. Some kind of, it's a commercial for the truck series. God, I bet Kyle Busch is in the truck race at Charlotte. I would say I would go to the truck race at Charlotte, but I know Kyle Busch is probably going to be in it. I'm going to look at the entry list that week, and if he's not, I'm going to text Dylan and be like, hey, man, let's go to the truck race. Because he'll be like, fucking 15 or 20 bucks to get in, you know. But if Kyle Busch is in it, I'll obviously pass. I'm not going to pay to go see that. Well, that dog food looks nasty. It's a dog food commercial. Beneful. I want another dog. I want another dog, but I don't want the hassle of potty training a puppy. Once they get potty trained, it's wonderful to have a dog. But when they're young, they're so cute and teeny and adorable. But then they piss and shit everywhere and they chew everything. You have to like be really careful. You have to be on your guard. Cats are different. You bring a kitten home, it's like, you're self-sufficient. Brought little Ozzy home. All he did was hide in a closet for a day and a half, and then I bribed him to come out and play because I had food. And we've been best friends ever since. I am nice car. Oh, it's a Toyota commercial. What? Another Gibbs car failed inspection today? Multiple times? It's funny how they're like the only teams that really do that. Consistently, anyway. Like everybody has a couple of cars fail every now and then, but these fuckers fail every week. It's kind of ridiculous.
Just turned 21 this week. Tell me what a guy from Vegas does for his 21st birthday.
Well, it would have been cool if I could have stayed out back home all week, but I had to go back to North Carolina to go to work on the simulator and stuff. So my 21st consisted of going to work, being on the simulator, and trying to get better for this weekend.
So you didn't even go out and have a beer or anything?
I did. My buddies know.
I don't care about Raleigh Herbst.
They took me out for one beer because it was my 21st, so we went down to a Mexican restaurant, had a beer, and then Ubered back.
Fucking Opie from Andy Griffith.
I was told to ask you about.
They Ubered. Drink responsibly.
Is there a story that I'm missing there?
No, that's funny.
Don't be like Noah Gregson's dad. Drink responsibly. Piece of shit. You drink and drive, you're a piece of shit.
Thank your crew guys for that. Riley, thank you. Appreciate you walking and talking with us, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Belated happy birthday to Riley Herbst, who did a good job at his home track last weekend at Las Vegas. Solid start today. Currently scored up in a 6th position.
Well,
First caution of the day. So
you think they're going to take 4 tires? Yes.
Some fresh tires, as Chad talked about earlier. You start this race on the tires you qualified on, so a little bit of a guessing game, a lot of swatting flies here in California.
What does that mean?
First run of the afternoon.
Every driver is saying, please, pit, give me some tires, please.
Yeah, they all need them here. 5 sets laying, and they'll probably use them all. Leading them down pit
Here's
road,
the first
Brandon
set.
Jones are coming your way, Matt.
And Ross Chastain, he certainly could use some tires. Now, he had good pace. He'll hit pit road in the
Chastain was quietly running 4th there in that first stage.
More and more free as the run went on. They're talking about a significant adjustment on that 10 car. Meanwhile, Brandon Jones led every lap. He's pitting right before the pylon. Easy entry into his stall. His car was a little bit going both ways there. It was tight the first 15 laps or so of the run, and then it quickly transitioned to the free side. Lap car probably saved him on that stage win. Regan?
Chase Briscoe has had a good race car so far to the free side. He actually got a little bit too far into the pit box here, so a challenge for the guys to jack that race car up. The 20 car on the right side of your screen, Harrison Burton, his race car has been tight from the center up. They're trying to coach him to get up on the top lane a little better.
Great effort by that.
Brandon Jones first off pit road. Good God, where's the 98? Briscoe lost 6 spots. God, Brandon Jones is catching every break. The best car just lost 6 spots on pit road.
Holding serve, he came in the race leader, and he will leave the same. Well, let's hear from the kid out of Atlanta.
Let's not.
Brandon Jones, Chad Knaus up in the Fox booth, man. Great job in that first stage getting that victory.
Hey, Chad. Yeah, appreciate it, man. We got a pretty fast Toyota Supra here with the Toyota service centers on the car. Big weekend for us. So got a while to go here still, but found some speed up top kind of early there. Heard the 98 was moving up, so took advantage of that. So we'll see.
You mean the lap car took advantage of that?
Yeah, that leads me right into my question right there. So early on, we saw you were kind of navigating towards the lower end down by the apron. What was leading you to get up towards the high side of the racetrack? Was it just the fact that the 98 was running up there, or did your handling characteristics change?
Yeah, he picked up about a half a second of time up there, and then when I moved up, I just gained a bunch of rear grip. So kind of all that together kind of led to me doing.
You know, it's funny. Cup is switching to a new car next year, and it's expensive. If the Xfinity Series tried to switch to a new car, over half the remaining teams would close down. So they're kind of stuck with these cars. They really can't change cars in the Xfinity Series. That would seriously, like, put the series under if they tried to switch cars. These cars they have are okay. I think they could tweak them and make them a little better. But, God, at least they're better than they were from, like, 2011 to, like, 2016 or whatever. Because those cars race like garbage, especially on mile-and-a-half racetracks. The Xfinity Series, I remember from, like, 2013 to 2016, I barely watched any Xfinity Series racing. Because, I mean, it was just overrun with leeches, and the cars were shit. So I can't tell you the first fucking thing about 2015 Xfinity. Because I just literally stopped watching. Saved me a lot of time on the weekends to do other exciting things like watching paint dry, which is probably better than any one of those Xfinity races that Kyle Busch won back then. Boy, if nothing happens in this race, it's really not worth streaming, is it? Hopefully it'll give us something to freak out about at the end, right? At least this adversity Chase Briscoe's facing might keep the race interesting, because he's definitely the best car. XFL, Landry Jones. Man, I wish I could watch XFL tomorrow, but I'm watching the race. By God, there's Doug Flutie. All 4 foot 9 inches of him. Frank Thomas, how many steroids did he take? He played baseball, right? I just assume he took steroids because he played baseball. God help me, I can fall asleep right now.
Basketball coming your way later on. Villanova gets Seton Hall.
He said somebody spit on pit road. I didn't hear who it was.
We got some great college basketball on FS1. And this is the time of year when the games really matter. Those are two teams that could very well find their way, not only in the NCAA tournament, they're a lock there. They could find their way to the Final Four. And that'll be a good one on Wednesday night. Aerial coverage today provided by Goodyear. Discover what's possible. Keep moving. Goodyear, more driven.
That's one of the greatest shots, I think, in NASCAR. It's the coolest thing having the Goodyear blimp over the top. But the view from up there, look at this. You can see all of Auto Club Raceway right here. And
Speedway, you ass.
A great view where the runs are coming from. You see how wide the racetrack is. It's a great view for restarts.
Brandon Jones was leading when we finished stage 1. He went to the race off pit road. Harrison Burton is second. And Noah Gragson able to pick up 5 positions on that exchange. Boy, I wonder who his pit crew is.
How about that? The old 24 pit crew on the Cup side doing it over there in the night car this week. That's fantastic. Those guys have been putting in a lot of effort, a lot of extra effort this week.
That reminds me, they've changed rules for standalone races this year, right? The pit stops during race weekends where there's no Cup Series or whatever.
He locked him up getting into the stall and actually almost slid to the wall. Look at how far these tires were locked up for. That's a challenge here when you come in on hot tires onto these concrete pit boxes. Joey, I know I always had to be a little cautious that first stop. He just overshot it a little bit.
Yeah, he came in with a lot of speed.
Yeah, Briscoe overshot his pit box and lost 6 spots.
And look where those marks are. Look where he's supposed to put his left front. It's almost his right front there. So that just pins the Jackman right against the wall. The Jackman needs some room to be able to work that thing, to be able to get the car up in the air. So, just a case of being a little bit too aggressive. Good thing is it's early in the race. He knows what he can and can't do now. And like we said, he's a fast car. He'll be able to move his way back up. It might cost him a stage win, though, possibly. And we talked about how fast he was on the long run. Will he make up the distance now? I don't know.
This is going to be a repeat of the start of the race. Brandon Jones in control.
28 laps to go when they start here.
Lead off of pit road, and once again, that 19 car takes the outside lane, putting Harrison Burton down to his inside. And I would assume, based on everything we've heard, that's going to be a theme today. Outside lane if you're in control, right? I mean, it's not going to change.
And they're coming to the green, and the 20 spinning the tires on the inside a little bit, but he got it rolling.
Before they start, they're all running into each other before they hit the green and get going. And boom, there you see
3 wide.
to the bottom.
Jones launched out there again. Hemrick shoots the second. Chastain wanted to go 4 wide between Burton and Cindric, but he backed out. Ooh, Cindric was pushing up off the corner a little bit there. I was nervous for Harrison Burton.
They go down the straightaway. Look at the top lanes. Just starts moving. And it happens slow, but by the end of the straightaway, it could be a couple spots.
Keep an eye on the 98, wherever he's at. Oh, okay.
Best track position.
He's in 8th. Wound up on the outside, shooting to the bottom. They cut away from it, though, because of course they did.
And there's the tandem draft. Look at those 2 cars of the 10 and the 9.
Woo!
Go down that straightaway.
Chastain shoved Gregson into turn 1.
Back bumper to front bumper, locked into each other, and they pull themselves away from the field. And then you see Ross Chastain go to the bottom. Now he's going to have to work.
You can just watch the way Chastain maneuvers his car. He's so aggressive.
But Harrison Burton's going to have a big run.
Woo, Hurst about turned the 98 there.
This is the one. Chase Briscoe ripping the wall again. He's going to get some huge momentum because these guys running side by side is really going to slow them down. He's a free stream right here. Watch him get the momentum down the front straightaway.
If he doesn't run over Noah Gregson. And they go to a full screen replay. Hey, Fox, I saw that when it happened. And nothing really happened.
You know who's frustrated right now? His dad, Kevin, who was a racer as well. He wasn't at the race last weekend at Las Vegas. And he said, I might not ever get invited back if he doesn't win when I'm here. So he wants to see Chase win, celebrating victory lane so he can stay on the invite list.
Briscoe is really committed. I'm surprised at how many guys are running the bottom this time. At least so far, because Briscoe is still out against the wall. Everybody else has kind of moved down a little bit.
Here's the reward as he pulls back away.
All right, so if you're a driver, let's talk about this real quick. You mentioned how much distance he lost getting into the corner. Inherently, typically what you do as a driver is you lift a little bit earlier as you're rolling around the top. Is that correct?
Yeah, most of the time you lift a little bit earlier because you got to get some turning done pretty immediate, and then you're into gas way sooner. That's where the speed comes from. Is while they're still rolling and creeping the bottom, Chase is in the up against the wall. Just got a pain and building momentum.
He's already up to 4th. I like what I'm seeing out of him. Here's the question I have though: can you get so aggressive early in a run that you wear out those tires and then compromise yourself late?
Well, luckily this is a shorter run than the first stage.
He has had so many issues.
Not by much, but by about 6 or 7 laps.
100%. When you start using a tire
3 wide for 4th.
the front tires or the rear tires, the car will keep building that direction. So if you keep using
3 wide for 4th, still off the corners. Briscoe didn't get the big run like I thought he would.
There's no front tire left. And at that point, you just fall off a lot. So patience is big.
That's a hell of a battle right there.
Down at the bottom with Austin Cindric in a 10 of Ross Chastain right on his door. That's not a comfortable situation.
There's Briscoe with that big run off the top again.
You can't defend it. He's gone.
Briscoe said, have fun down there, fellas, and watch this.
22, got 3 of them behind you right there. You can push that 98, get away from these guys. It may be beneficial.
Yeah, it would be.
That's 3 really good racers, though. You have to believe we're going to be a part of the championship.
Brandon Jones starting to pull away again from Hemrick in second.
And Riley Herbst, the rookie's right there with him. Noah Gregson, Ryan Siegman. This is really good stuff in the middle stages of state.
I hope they all wreck. I hate all 4 of those. Well, no, 3 of those guys. I love Chastain. I accidentally lumped him in with those other 3 morons because I forgot who was driving that car. Woo! This racing is really good, just not up front.
Just being able to see runs like that and having so many options for the drivers. And Noah wanted to get down to the bottom right there, but he couldn't because Ryan Sieg was there, so he blocked him down low and he had to get back up in that dirty air. One thing that's really interesting about this racetrack, look at the paving lines.
Ryan Sieg's still in the top 10. He's 8th.
They stay right in between those seams. 3 and 4, the track, they go through that, they actually kind of cross over them a lot more than what they do down to turns 1 and 2. Really kind of a unique thing and characteristic of this racetrack.
Those seams have no grip. No grip. You gotta pick a lane and stay with it. Crossing it is very hard. There's no grip when you're on it. So when you're leaving the corner, if you're Justin Allgaier on the bottom, you're crossing those seams. Your car's moving back and forth all the way until you get to the wall. It just makes that bottom lane even more challenging.
How out of control is that feeling? Allgaier goes below the white line in 3 and 4. And as he comes off the corner, just shoots to the wall. Do you feel like you're losing?
Harrison Burton's caught Hemrick for second.
It's all about the rate you're getting to the wall. Sometimes it's too much. Here's a great pass with Harrison Burton getting underneath him. Working the side draft, it's just going to pull him ahead. And he's at a pretty good spot into the corner where he's going to easily pass Daniel Hemrick right there.
Allgaier's starting to come around as well.
Well, Chastain must have had a moment. He's dropped all the way back to 8th.
But middle of 3 wide with Chastain and Sieg. And he scored 8th right now.
That's just a no-win situation right there.
20 to go in the stage. Not a lot going on today, really.
Half-wise, got past the 39, so what do I know?
You know, usually it's endearing when announcers are laughing and having fun, but when Joe Logano's involved, I get annoyed. Oh my God, Mike Harmon. He heard somebody wants to fight at an Applebee's, so he's slowing down and coming to pit road to get out of this. Oh, wait, no. That's Kyle Weatherman in Mike Harmon's car. What? Harmon's name was on the windshield, but Kyle Weatherman's driving it. Okay, then. Happily. Not really. Adam Alexander's a goddamn liar. It's not been that entertaining. It's just been a standard race. Not a lot to talk about, per se. Especially for me, because I'm so tired my brain doesn't want to function. Oh, I've got to start sleeping better. I try, but I keep getting woke up. Mike Harmon must already be at the Applebee's if he's got somebody else driving his car. He's just waiting for somebody to show up he can fight so he can get thrown out like real men do. Didn't you see Talladega Nights? Want to get thrown out of an Applebee's? This race is flying by, but it's not fast enough. I thought about not streaming because I was like, we're going to get home right before the race, but fuck it, might as well stream. For an audience of none. That Vegas Cup race last week was really fun to stream because it was very entertaining. I'm looking forward to getting to the racetrack this year, damn it. Is it May yet? Because I'm ready to go to the racetrack. Might go to the All-Star race and the 600 this year. I haven't been to the All-Star race ever, really. I've only ever been to the 600, the fall race, and the Roval race, and a couple of races in New Hampshire. And most years I watch the All-Star race, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't go to that. But that open last year, I was like, man, why am I not there? Because I know if I go, the race will suck.
What's really interesting to me is obviously he slid too far and he got tight to the wall. If you look at the right front tire, it's got a ton of rubber buildup on it. And what that is the cars are rolling around there under caution. They're picking the rubber up off the racetrack. Chase did not do
15 to go on the stage.
Instructed well enough to get his tires cleaned up before he hit pit road. That's why when he slammed on the brakes, the car slid right past its mark, and those guys had a hard time pitting that race car, which resulted in an 18.2 second pit stop and a lot of track position.
I mean, we like talking about the pit crew on pit road, but it takes the whole team. The drivers also got to put the car in the right spot to allow the pit crew to do a good job.
Mentioned the great pit stop for Noah Gragson, but after restarting in the top 5, he is 11th.
Gregson is not in the top 10 because he sucks.
Hey, we get frustrated too, right? I mean, drivers, we understand you guys are out there and you're driving and the pace is high, and you guys don't like going backwards, right? We don't like seeing our cars go backwards either, so that's a little bit going right there. And, you know, traffic right here is just insane going through these lap cars. One thing that's really interesting about this racetrack is if you are the leader and you're coming up on a lap car, you can be pretty strategic, and you get a nice toe off of that lapper as you're going down the straightaway and get a little bit extra lap time out of your car.
Look at this graphic. Brandon Jones has led every lap today. The last time a driver led every lap in the Xfinity Series, let's go back to Bristol a few years ago when my man Joey Logano led all 300.
Good God, he led all 300 laps in the Xfinity race at Bristol. No wonder I wasn't watching then, because I didn't even know that happened. Or I forgot about it. I really don't remember it.
There's also long runs in the race where there wasn't two tires and like that to switch.
Oh, God. I told you earlier, for a couple of years, Xfinity Series was unwatchable. 2015 was like the worst of all.
Good job, yeah. So Brandon Jones leading here, and one of the guys we felt like was a candidate to go up there and run him down, Chase Briscoe.
Whoa, Briscoe. Hope he didn't tear that thing up.
You know, and that right rear part of the car is the most sensitive.
Briscoe's really pushing hard and over driving to try to make up for the mistake he made earlier, and it's not really helping.
It seemed like they were okay.
Yeah, the thing that's really interesting, and I don't have a ton of experience working with these composite bodies, but it seems like you guys can get up there and rub that wall pretty well, and as long as you're not getting into a wheel and getting serious wheel-to-wall contact, man, that thing just kind of bounces off there, and you get right back up there and start running again.
And the way this thing works...
Good for these morons in this series to hit the wall a lot.
All right, the more grip there is, in the right situation, the better chance of hitting.
Cindric has been quiet. He's 5th right now. What's up with Jones, man?
Textbooks race so far for Brandon Jones in the 19. Told the team that he didn't really have as much security at the beginning of the run as he did the previous run, but the car has certainly come in really good on turn, lacking a little bit of lateral grip down 3 and 4. But he pulled it out to about a second and a half, but it's just like the previous run, slowly starting to come back the other way with 11 to go in the stage.
Joe Gibbs Racing has been so good at Auto Club Speedway. Brandon
Commercial
Jones
again.
continuing to trend.
10 to go in stage 2.
Stage 2.
Oh, they're going side by side. Thanks for the heads up there, Adam. And while nothing's going on and I'm not laying on my bed, I'll check Twitter for the first time during the race. Come on, there's no way Brandon Jones is actually going to win. You know that. Surely. Harrison Burton's got trash on the grill. I hope it blows up. You know what? Now that I've got that crappy Golden Corral out of my system, I'm already starting to think about what I'm going to get to eat later. I wouldn't mind some pizza from Louis. Oh, well, so I was going to check Twitter, and I'm sitting here scrolling Facebook. I can't find racing news on Facebook. Daniel Hemrick just passed Harrison Burton, but I think Harrison's just trying to get the trash off the grill. Yeah, he's just letting him go. Don't let him get close. Oh, he got it off. Well, that's unfortunate. He's not going to cook the thing and blow up. Oh, KFC has donuts now. Jeff Gluck said what I was thinking. That command to start engines really sucked. Oh, they're back.
Well, just had debris on the grill and had to work
7 to go.
so successfully.
Did a great job, coached by his crew
In
chief.
stage
Right there,
2.
Run up on that car and try to get that debris out there. You can actually see the water coming out of the right side A-post right there. So the car is really hot, probably over 300 degrees, and it's spitting water on the overflow, and that's bad. So he does a really good job coming up onto the backside of Daniel Hemrick's race car, and you can see the debris roll up right there, gone. And immediately, that quick, the water temperature will start to drop.
How hard is that to do?
You know, it's tough to do. You know, for one, you never want to give up a spot on the racetrack. You're like, I don't want to do that. But you have to. It's better than pitting. The tough part about what Harrison Burton had to do there was Daniel Hemrick was running the top side. You know, if he was running the bottom, you can...
Briscoe's going to catch Burton again and get by him before the end of the stage. He'll be third. They need to have a good pit stop, though. He needs to not slide through the box. He's lucky he hadn't busted his ass out here driving as hard as he is.
I almost thought that was too far and it wasn't going to happen. So got lucky there to be able to get that garbage off. Hopefully they didn't lose too much water and able to finish the race with no problem.
Talk about running the top. Here goes our man Chase Briscoe right up on the
High,
wall.
wide, and
He's got
handsome.
that right rear quarter panel right on the wall. And right now, he's running the fastest lap times on the racetrack by a tenth or two over everybody ahead of him.
The closer you get, the faster you go.
Long run. If that third stage goes green, he's got this, which I think he's got it anyway. But if it goes green, he's really got it. And this race has the look of a race that could go green through the entire third stage.
Right out there against that blue paint and sticking that right corner on.
You know, it's fun to watch, and with these cars, we talk about the composite body coming back all the time, but I always think of Kyle Larson being able to run the wall as good or better than anybody, especially in Miami. He's able to put that car right up against
Brandon Jones' car fades a bit by the end of the stage, but the stages are so short, he's really not paying the price for it.
Because of the bodies are different, and when you hit the wall of the Cup car, you knock all the shape out of the...
So we'll see what happens in the third stage. Like I said, Briscoe's going to win this race. I'm fairly confident.
You could end your whole day. So it's even harder to do it in a Cup car, I think, for that reason, because the risk is way greater.
To throw a blanket over the top four, only about 2 seconds separating them right now at this point of the race, with only 4 laps to go in the stage. Everybody right now, caution comes on, you come down when you get your tires on really soon, right? Would you?
Yeah.
Well, the stage would end if the caution came out right now.
Oh, trying to get that.
Okay, so Harrison Burton's trying to pass Hemrick back. This is a great chance for Briscoe to get ground on both of these guys. He's only got 3 laps to do it. And he's there. He's there. Briscoe's the guy to watch, man, I'm telling you.
Not too long ago, Chase was about 4 seconds back behind the leader.
The moment that Harrison pulled up on Hemrick, Briscoe came in frame. Oh, he's in the wall again. Okay, so that killed Briscoe's run there. He's going to lose 4th to Cindric now. Yep, here comes Cindric. Now Cindric stayed behind him. He didn't peek to the bottom like he should have. That's interesting.
2 to go, stage 2, pit road is closed. The advantage for Brandon Jones, 1.6 seconds. If you're just joining us, he won our opening stage, started on the pole as led.
Cindric could have really pressed the issue there on Briscoe, but he didn't. I'm really surprised by that, because it's fucking Cindric. I mean, anybody would do it, but, I mean, to see Cindric back off of somebody is weird.
It just happens. So, you know, you want to save it for the right times of the race. obviously awesome, but the penalty, it doesn't really change anything. Look at him, he's still right up there. He's not scared of it. Look at him all sideways up there. Woo!
But what's good for them is, despite all the things that have happened,
Final lap of stage 2.
in regard to track position, you come down here.
You know, the competition is bad when Brandon Jones can dominate a race.
Spots, and you put yourself on the front row for the restart in the final stage, you know?
We talk about these races being long, but I mean, man, every spot counts, whether it's on pit road or on restarts, because it just changes. You look at right now, those top from second to fifth place are all stuck behind each other right now in dirty air. Boy, if you had that spot earlier in the race, or you had a better restart, better pit stop, you want to be in that spot. You might be leading the race right now and putting the pressure on Jones.
Hemrick got Bob Burton for second again. Held him off.
Who's going to get a stage sweep for the first time in his career. Hemrick finishes second. Burton stays third. And fourth and fifth, a couple of fours.
That was interesting there at the end.
We're almost halfway home at Auto Club Speedway.
Now I'm going to relax on my bed again. I hate streaming when I'm sleepy. But I mean, so many times circumstances lead me to be sleepy when I want to stream. Either because I didn't sleep the night before or I've been out all day. I was thinking about playing something later and streaming that, but I don't think I can now. I'm barely hanging on here. I need to start watching Cup practice more often. I haven't watched practice since Daytona. I didn't watch any last week. Didn't get to watch any this week either, but I mean, I don't always watch practice, but I usually pay a little more attention to it than I have. And I damn sure don't always watch qualifying, because qualifying's boring. Why has NASCAR in the last number of years become obsessed with trying to make qualifying a show? Like, they had to twist their arms to get them to switch back to single car qualifying because we think it'd be entertaining for the fan. Nobody fucking cares about qualifying. Entertaining for who? Nobody watches qualifying anyway. But we gotta make it entertaining for the fan. They did not want to go back to single car qualifying. They just did not. They were doing everything in their power to not go back to that. And it's like, why? Fastest car sits on the pole. Pretty fucking simple concept. But no, it's not a good show for the fans. All 5 people in the stands that sit there and watch qualifying, and the 10 people at home that might pay attention to it. I was just looking at a leaderboard today because I was, like I said, I was out. I could have watched it on my phone, but even when I was out and bored out of my mind with nothing much to do, I still didn't want to watch qualifying, so I just looked at the leaderboard occasionally. They made this race longer, didn't they? I swear this race used to be a 250 miler. Today it's 300. Am I nuts or am I misremembering? I wish it was just a 250. This race does not need to be 300 fucking miles because the competition's not that fierce.
Have they been productive? Cole Custer on full time back in 2017. Kevin Harvick also a part of the program at that time. Custer got their first win. They've got 13 overall. That came in Homestead at the end of 2017. You see that Custer's won. Chase Briscoe has found his way to victory lane, including last week. We talk about Kevin Harvick.
Aren't you glad Harvick doesn't run Xfinity races anymore?
One of their high watermark moments when Cole Custer was able to knock off Kyle Busch. They've had 2 cars running full-time the last couple of years, and this year the only car is the 98 at Chase Briscoe, but he is representing well and currently 4th as we think about pit stops coming to a close in stage 2 at Auto Club.
Yep, Chase Briscoe cleaning those tires up this time. He's not going to make the same mistake coming to pit road. Something else interesting on pit road as you look.
Check that right rear quarter panel in the 98. He's beat the hell out of that thing. But these composite bodies can take so much abuse.
And I won't say that this is the money stop because we're going to have one more week.
It's not, you dumbass, because they got to pit one more time. Adam Alexander's such a tool.
Here, you can put yourself
Aren't you excited for when he replaces Mike Joy? Because I'm not.
Of this race. Jones, Hemrick, Burton, Briscoe, and Cindric, your top 5. Second opportunity to come down to pit lane today, Matt.
Ross Chastain 3 spots worse this run. They want to reverse an adjustment they made on the previous run. The 22, Cindric, really good up against the wall. No changes for the 22. Meanwhile, the 8 of Daniel Hemrick, his car losing rear grip, especially off the exit of turn 4. Not bad. Look for a piece of tape to go on the nose of that 19 of Brandon Jones. He said his car was just stellar up against the wall. So much grip with that 19.
Chase Briscoe, much better positioning in his pit stop this time. He had to appeal
Hey, Briscoe nailed that pit entry.
so far back last time. That's why that race car was loose. And then the 20 of Harrison Burton, that race car has been tight right now. They're still trying to coach him all the way up against the wall during these runs.
Big pit boxes opens the door for these drivers to get in.
Briscoe gained a spot. He's up to 3rd coming off pit. Brandon Jones lost the lead. He lost 3 positions. Daniel Hemrick takes the lead on pit road.
Burton is now up to 2nd.
And that's the race because Brandon Jones will never get that lead back. Although he's going to restart on the outside. I feel bad. Briscoe's stuck on the inside even though he gained the spot.
Hey, Chase, it's Joe Logano up at the booth. You got a copy here?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, you have been Mr. Excitement for us up here, running up close to the wall. You have won the war of being the closest up there and carrying a ton of speed on the long haul. Good job. Seems like you got a little bit of damage on that pretty race car, but it looks like it with this composite body, it's bent right back. What do you think about your race car right now?
Luckily, this thing isn't a steel body, that's for sure. Yeah, at first, good. It seems like I can't get, obviously, clean air, and, I can catch those guys, and then once I get to it, they move up, and it just kills my run. So, I can, feel like if I can get this production line car up front, and it can stay up front, obviously now we got a little bit better track position. So, we're trying to build some t-shirts, fun up on the top, so, should be good on the rest of the way.
Yeah, man, you've been fun to watch. It's even the restarts have been entertaining, so keep it rocking, man.
Yes.
Mr. Excitement. I thought that was Jimmy Spencer. It's now Chase Briscoe.
Don't remind me of Jimmy Spencer.
The restart for the final stage is coming up from Fontana, California.
Jeez. Brandon Jones ain't going to win this race. Hell has not frozen over again. Which is the only way to explain him winning at Kansas last year. Dude, I sat in that car so long today, my ass went numb. Both times I got out of the car, when I got to Golden Corral, and then when I got back home, it's like, God damn, my ass is numb. You know what I've noticed? It's so cold outside that I'm in my room with my door shut, and it's not even hot. And I complain on the stream a lot about the temperature in here, but right now, it is just fucking right. Maybe when they come back, they'll tell us that Brandon Jones spit on pit road or something. If this goes green, Briscoe's got it. For damn sure. I am NASCAR. Oh my god, Darius Rucker. No, wait, that's another black guy. Sorry. I knew it wasn't Darius Rucker, but the guy kind of looked like Darius Rucker. And it looks like a fucking country music video in this commercial, so can you blame me? But it's a Bosley commercial, okay. Let's hope to God I never need that. My hair's beautiful. I don't want to wind up like Hulk Hogan. My hair's really thick, so if I ever started losing my fucking hair, I'd be really upset. I'd have to do something about it. Kirk Hammett got hair plugs. He admitted it. And he's a Metallica, so he's cooler than all of us.
Totally appropriate that we go on this day, February 29th, 1940. Patty McDaniel wins historic Oscar. 1968.
4 people
Sergeant
here.
Pepper's
Nobody's talking though.
In 1976, Bill Elliott makes his debut at Rockingham in a Cup Series.
Bill Elliott's first Cup race was at Rockingham. Did not remember that. Then again, I was not alive then, so why would I remember it? But I didn't remember knowing that. Oh, they're going to show the shitty command again. Nobody cares. Random sensei guy I've never heard of. Okay. Ha ha ha. So funny. Oh, and then he came up in the booth to meet the announcers. Why has he got those gloves on? Was he driving?
We've been trying to drop the line no mercy this whole time, to be honest with you, because I think we all got a kick out of that. That was awesome.
Pretty sure somebody's going to be sweeping the leg here on this restart.
Ha ho, Chad Canals. I love Chad, so he can get away with that. I love Chad. Oh, Dave Rogers is Riley Herb's crew chief. Did not even realize that. Yeah, I knew Bill's first win was at Riverside. And the same number of starts that it took Chase Elliott to get his first win, ironically, at a road course as well. I did know where his first win was, but I didn't know his first start was at Rockingham. I would have assumed Atlanta or something like that. But Rockingham makes sense as well. What the hell are those Jimmy Johnson helmets that those people have on? What the hell is that? It's cool and I want one, that's why. It's like if Jimmy Johnson was a Halo character, that's what he would wear. Let's get this uneventful race over with. I can't believe it's 5:30 here on the East Coast. I mean, it doesn't even feel like it. Interesting, 2 new cars out front. Briscoe, shoot to the bottom, make this thing happen. I'm not even a big Briscoe fan. I just don't like Harrison Burton or Riley Herbst or Brandon Jones. Briscoe pushing up off the bottom. That car does not want to run the bottom as well as it does the top. Which I think that's the case for everyone, obviously. Cut that runoff up there, Briscoe. Now he's going to get that thing wound up, and if this stays green, he's going to run away with it. Riverside was the last race. Yeah, that's cool. I forgot about that as well. I always think of Atlanta being the last race and how we need to go back to that. But then again, I mean, we don't need to. That's just my childhood talking when I say Atlanta should be the last race. Honestly, they need to do something with Atlanta. That race needs to have a little more meaning than just being a random race in the middle of the spring and then they don't go back again. And Riverside, God, that place was awesome. Never got to watch a race there because I was not alive when Cup still raced there, but I've watched some old races on YouTube, and it looked like it was a lot of fun. I love the way those old cars drove around the road courses. Okay, Harrison Burton's got the lead. We know that's not how this race is going to end. Brandon Jones is stuck in the middle of the pack now. It's not so easy when you don't have that clean air. Whoa, Harrison Burton looked tight as shit off of turn 4. It kind of looked like he was blowing a tire. Whoa, some contact back there. Couldn't see who it was, but there was some smoke. Yeah, you know what's funny? You said the cars look like boats. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 4 this week, and I compare those cars to driving boats on land. And 1980s Cup cars look like they drive like Grand Theft Auto 4 cars. They really do. Late 70s and through the 80s. We were talking last week on my stream about the 1988 Monte Carlo or whatever. Or was it still Lumina? The first Monte... Or was it... I'm trying to think. Was I talking about the Lumina or the Monte Carlo? Yeah, the Monte Carlo. The first Monte Carlo that they drove in Cup looked so cool. And those 1988 Chevrolets looked awesome as well. And yeah, they looked like they drove like boats. God, Briscoe. Justin Haley's got a problem. Caution's out. Wow.
First time we've had a caution for incident today.
Cut a tire. That's where that smoke was from.
The 11 of Justin Haley. He's on pit road, Regan.
Well, the caution, a good break for Justin Haley. Just came across the radio.
See, these cars now are so bad from a driving standpoint. They don't look like they're fun to drive. They don't look like they move that much. They're stuck to the ground. The only positive is the safety innovations.
Right there, he's already got a flat tire.
And they still haven't figured out how to get them to not flip over, which is never going to work. I love Ryan Newman, but he's always the one who complains about cars flipping, and probably now more so than ever. But he's got an engineering degree. He should know. There's nothing you can do at those speeds. Shit's going to flip over. No, you dumbass, Adam Alexander. Nobody's getting tires right now. Got to save that set. How many sets they got left? They pitted after stage 1, after stage 2. Okay, they got 3 sets left. They might be able to pit here if they want. Just with limited sets, I might try to hold off. I don't know. This race seems like it's going to run long green to the finish, even though we just had a caution, but it still seems like it's going to be a long run. Yeah, Jesus. I always think of Dale Earnhardt's 1988 Cup Series car. That thing looks so cool. I love the grill on those old Chevrolets. Although I cringe when I go back and see the insides of those cars during the race. Because it's so ridiculously unsafe. No head and neck restraints. They're just bobbing around in there. If they're going to hit the wall, they're going to snap their neck or something. This guy on Twitter. In NASCAR Heat 4, does everybody else suck at qualifying at Daytona? I can never break top 30. Yes, no matter what setup you have in that game. If you qualify at Daytona or Talladega, you will not crack the top 30. I don't know why. I mean, just they make the AI run impossible lap times. No matter what setup you have in your car. That's why when I race at Daytona or Talladega in that game, I just skip qualifying and get right to the damn race. Which I prefer. I hate qualifying, but I qualify in every other race to give myself a better chance. I'm not a hot laps guy. I'm the kind of guy that needs to run at least 2 or 3 laps to get into a rhythm. And then once I get in a rhythm, my lap times get so fast, no matter where I'm racing at. I'm a rhythm guy, not a hot laps guy. And it'll amaze me because I'll qualify in a game or whatever, and I won't qualify that great. Then I'll get in the race and I'll run like pole speed. And I'm like, why can't I do that in qualifying?
They'll add another $10,000 to the prize next week. Get your picks in now. Under caution for the third time today. The reason for the caution, Justin Haley went for a slide. Why did that happen? Our Goodyear
Did him and who got
Here
together?
you see everything off of turn 4. It's just going to get tight. Right there we see the 11, the 51, the 2, the 10. Everything's just going to start to close up.
Better watch out. Jeremy Clements will call you the N-word.
Into the 21 of Alfredo, and it's going to set that car right
Oh, Ross
into the
Chastain
11.
hit
And
Alfredo
that right
and
there will cut down a right rear tire.
cut down Justin Haley's right rear, and that was that.
Why Ross Chastain was back there? They had a pit issue, a problem with a gun on their last stop, so they had lost a lot of track position. That's why he was outside the top 10.
That's unfortunate.
What's the latest, Regan?
Well, you saw the contact there, Adam, that did, yes, cut the right rear of Justin Haley.
Well, Anthony Alfredo ain't done shit today.
In front of Anthony Alfredo had a little bit of damage on that they had to come in pit. They took 4 tires and fixed that. I reported that the caution came out thinking it was something different. Unfortunately, I didn't know that it was the 11 car spun out down there, so his good brake was actually a little bit of a bad brake. I don't really know how to call that.
Well, I will say, though, he was in a good place because he was able to come right down the pit lane, and right now, as we score it, he is in the 19th position. Now let's hear from Riley Herbst.
That car doesn't cut you a whole lot of slack, does he? But anyway, you better start.
Eh.
Be a bully. That's too much. You're gonna end up on the hook a lot.
Shocking. Somebody complaining about Noah Gregson. I don't like that little bastard either. And this is Riley Herbst complaining about him. I don't like him either, but fuck Noah Gregson. Dump his ass.
You know, and that's what made Dave Rogers was my first crew chief when I went to Xfinity. And he is just really good at motivating a driver, telling you where you need to be, what you need to do.
Wonder if Dave Rogers and Kyle Busch are on speaking terms.
It's a fine line to walk. There's times that being aggressive gives a huge reward, and there's times that you pay a cost for it, and it's tough.
Yeah, maybe Joe Logano should heed his own advice.
He's won here in Cup and Xfinity, yeah. 65 to go at the line.
65 to go. Harrison Burton still leader. Here comes Allgaier for the first time today. Briscoe's in a great spot now. He got to restart on the outside lane in 4th. So he's, oh, wow. Wow, he sent that thing in there. Allgaier did as well, and he took the lead. I was talking about Briscoe, and then I realized that Allgaier dove in on the bottom and passed all of them. Oh, big wreck. Brandon Brown, Michael Annett. Is this really what this race is about to turn into? Because I'm all for it. Wow.
That's where we talk about cautions, breed cautions.
See, everybody stayed out like I said they should. Adam Alexander's a retard. And he should still stay out here.
Slick tires.
Because he didn't even run another lap.
The race, on the restarts that we've had, everybody's been on cold tires, high grip level. Right now, that grip level's starting to drop a little bit.
See the damage to Michael Annett. Was running 14th.
Good call by Chad Knaus there. He's right.
One of the reasons he was back there had to make an extra pit stop that we talked about because he was dealing with a radio
The whole
issue.
rear end of Michael Annett's car, except the deck lid, is gone.
And this is usually where it always gets tough, is when you come
That
off
Brett
the corner,
Moffitt.
see back
Brett
there,
Moffitt got loose off the corner.
is Annett
Doored the shit out of Michael Annett.
They're going to make contact here.
And then they hooked Brandon Brown, and it was on from there.
That's Annett sideways, or excuse me.
Who got the lead when they call it? It's either Allgaier or Hemrick, because Allgaier was flying like a bat out of hell.
Brown there, Corey. He had no place to go. He was just a victim of circumstance right there.
Yeah, and those ones always catch you off guard when you get hit in the right rear. You think everything's fine. You
My
don't
God,
see it
stuff
coming
is starting to
in.
happen, y'all. I'm into this
You're
now.
spinning.
I'm still tired. Still sleepy.
He had a great run last week. Did Brandon Brown finished 11th at Vegas. Opened the season with a top 10 at Daytona. You saw the smoke.
Go to commercial again really fast.
For the 08 of Joe Grapp Jr. So at least 4 cars have gotten damage here.
I'm going to run to the bathroom while they're doing nothing.
You have to put a bumper cover on these race cars. NASCAR will not let you go back on the racetrack the way the one of Michael Annett is right now, so they'll have to figure out a way to fasten a bumper cover back onto that car.
Now you saw him putting tires on the pit wall. Really, none of the front runners came down on that last caution. They only had 4 laps of green.
Wow,
Even
hot
though
goes the
the
bathroom.
driver was calling for him, the crew chief won the battle when it comes to that conversation. What do you anticipate here? I mean, they didn't get really going at all.
A lot of damage on that 8.
God, here's my plan. I'm going to stay out. I think everybody's going to do what I do, and then we're going to start at the top with the 98 behind us.
Stay out. Everybody stay out.
Yeah, it's difficult. Joe
I'm the idiot last week in the Cup race that said pit, but then again, the guy who won the race was supposed to pit. He just didn't hear it on his radio. So maybe I'm not an idiot. Nah, I'd still be an idiot because somebody else would have definitely won anyway.
If you don't have an additional set of tires or potentially 2 sets of tires later on in the run, you're going to be a sitting duck. So I think staying out that last time was the right call. Right now, I think, man, it's getting a little bumpy, a little crazy out there. If you got track position, you might want to try to keep it for a little bit because you've only got to make it to lap 100 to be able to make it to the end of this race. So we're gaining on that pretty quickly. We're only about 12 laps away from that.
So you're saying that again?
I think so. See the data only ran a little bit.
I'm with Chad. That's why Chad Canals is the man. Chad knows. Chad Canals is still one of the best crew chiefs in NASCAR, and him and William Byron are going to be very successful. Especially if Hendrick keeps on the path that they're on after this past week. That could be bad news for everybody else. That's why I hope Chad doesn't retire. Although, think about it, Chad has been a crew chief in Cup from 2001 to now. That's a lot of years. And a lot of races. So I feel like Chad would retire in the next couple of years. I thought him and Jimmy might finish together until they moved them apart last year. Atlanta United. Nobody cares. Major League Soccer. I wouldn't be surprised if more people watch the XFL than Major League Soccer. People can shit on Landry Jones all they want, but he's better than Mason Rudolph. And he's less racist. Which means a lot in football. Please don't let this race have a long red flag. Can we just have a race start and end on time for once?
We're going to have some League Day fun. These are facts from February 29th. It keeps our calendar in alignment with the sun. That's something you
We're going to
should
restart
know,
with
Chad.
60 to go next time, Bob.
On League Day, 1 in 1,506. That seems low to me. It seems like it would be higher than that for some reason. People born on Leap Day are called leaplings.
No, they're not. I have never heard anybody born on Leap Day called a leapling. Hey, did you guys know that Ja Rule was born on Leap Day? For anybody out there who gives a fuck, Fox wants you to know. I was born on February 23rd. I was just 5 days away, 6 days away from being as good as Ja Rule. But I was not born in an election year, so.
Rule controls the mic too. That's Joey doesn't know
Oh, they're cracking me up today.
I don't know any of these people on this list. You don't know any like.
He doesn't know Ja Rule.
Wait, what were you?
Cracker ass Connecticut white boy over here doesn't know Ja Rule.
They listened to Ja Rule when I was 5 years old, apparently.
Dude, I'm younger than Joey Logano by a little bit.
He loves some good rap. He'll grab my phone and he dances with it like that.
It's got rhythm, huh?
He does. He
Kids
does.
would know Ja Rule then?
He would.
Okay.
He would.
My kid takes after me. No, at all. None.
Front row on the restart going to be Junior Motorsports. A couple of veterans up there. Hemrick in the outside lane.
All guys really come to life here.
He's inside. Burton and
Go
Briscoe
Junior
on
Motorsports.
row 3. Cindric and Jones. Brandon starting to come back.
I like Hemrick and Allgaier. Go Junior Motorsports except Noah Gregson. I hope he flips. I hope Noah Gregson eats a catch fence today and survives, but still, anything to keep him from winning the race.
Much cleaner start there.
You see good push.
Good restart there by Allgaier.
The inside lane's going to control again.
Whoa, Brandon Jones.
Outside of Chase Briscoe.
This is the closest Briscoe's been to the lead all day now, since the end of the first stage.
What a run Daniel Hemrick's got. Looking to the inside. Not going to be able to do it.
Briscoe straight up to the wall.
Harrison Burton
Hemrick dived to the bottom. He's on the apron.
Now, typically, I think because the tires are a little bit hotter, a little bit older, running up to the wall that quickly in a short
Allgaier holds the lead.
Dividends, but since we've got about 10 laps on our tires right now, I think that's paying some benefit to him.
Yeah, he's all over Daniel Hemrick because he did that. I agree 100%, Chad. Typically, that's not the good move, but right now, on older tires, it seems to work.
Oh, he is free.
Briscoe's car is not firing off that well. He needs a long run.
How about it? I mean, I think if I were to set
Oh, we got a spinner, and they threw the caution for it. Oh, wow. Matt Mills. Matt Mills slid for about 50 yards and went bonk into the wall.
You said it, Chad. Caution, spree, caution.
And another caution.
It's been another lap and a half or so.
Now you pit, right?
Man, I think at this point, quite honestly, if you have to come in, you have to pit, you got to get your 4 tires on there, you got to get full of fuel. You're in a position right now.
This could set up a fuel mileage race.
Come in and do a gas and go late in the run and probably maintain some
Potential.
track position.
Here's a replay of what brought out the caution flag for the 5th time today.
The 5 car, Matt Mills spun out.
There's Matt right top of your screen.
Pushed up off the corner and got into the side of somebody and spun out.
Didn't know that they were 3 wide instead of 2 wide, and he was expecting that orange car to go all the way up to the wall. And
then he went and slid.
For a long slide right here. You're like, take your foot off the brake, get those wheels spinning, and try to grab it back the other way. But it's hard.
I'll be right back.
It's hard to take your foot off the brake when you're headed towards the wall. But it's the only way those tires do their job, and being able to hook that thing back around the other way and hopefully avoid contact.
Joey, I'm going to be honest with you. The thing I've enjoyed the most sitting up here with you is that you try to drive the cars with English up here. You got body, you're like, get off the brake, turn the wheel, you're leaning your shoulders. Like, you're trying to help these guys drive the cars.
They don't like when they're doing this. You're like, no, dude. Anytime I watch a race from the spotter stand, I don't think any spotter wants to be around me. I'm like, oh, look at this. I'm steering and sawing. There's a lot going on. I get intense and excited about all this.
All right, let's come get 4 tires.
Oh, now
Finally,
you're on the
thank you.
flag.
Man, come on. We're going to get some tires on these race cars.
It looks like everyone's going to do that. Everyone's lined up towards the bottom. That's usually a telltale sign that everyone's going to be pitting here.
Everybody's coming, Matt.
All the guys up on the wall we look for in the 19, Brandon Jones, significant.
I had to go in there and see what the fuck was up with the dog. She keeps screaming. Nobody touches her, and she screams like she's being hurt. It's like, good God. I've never seen a dog with such bad nerves. And there's no reason for it. She's spoiled rotten. She's been treated like a god her whole life. It's not like she's an abused dog. She's lived a very good life, but all of a sudden she's screaming if anybody gets near her. Allgaier keeps the lead off pit road. Briscoe comes out second. This race is getting good. Cautions breed cautions. Let me check the Twitter. See if anybody sped on pit road or something. One moment. Ooh, Liv Morgan, she's hot. Scrolling Twitter and random Liv Morgan shit popped up. Boy, I'm not watching that Super Showdown bullshit. Well, nothing came up on Twitter. And I'm not going to sit there all day. God, I'm tired. I am so tired. Boy, whoever does that voiceover for these stupid commercials. Can he get to the checkered flag again? Go Jimmy Johnson.
400 earlier today on FS1. Clint Boyer on the pole, and Jimmy Johnson nearly got him in his final appearance at his home track.
Look at all the different cars Jimmy Johnson won at this place in.
Better than anybody else, and who called the shots on all those races? Chad, some great memories, huh?
Man, I'll tell you what, to be able to win here for our very first race, our 10th race together, we were able to pull off the victory. I had a bit of a strategy call. We took fuel only, believe it or not. The pavement back then was so good. We took fuel only. A lot of other guys took 2 tires. Bill Elliott actually stayed out on that pit stop, and we were able to make quick work of him and get out front and come home with a win. And then, man, we won with the Jimmy Johnson Foundation race car. We won with the Superman paint scheme car. That was really cool. So we've had a lot of fun here.
The Superman paint scheme from the worst movie ever.
A lot of good memories for me.
Saw the great pictures from high above a moment ago. Our aerial coverage today provided by Goodyear. Chase the possibility.
What's the deal with Ross Chastain on the bottom there? Is he trying to take somebody's spot?
You kind of gave us the rundown, but I'd like to go.
Bunch of guys stayed out here. Wow.
Special moment for 48 and Jimmy Johnson here at Auto Club Speedway. This is what you talked about in 2002.
So great right here.
Look how cool those cars looked in 2002.
You know, to get our first win as a group.
Monte Carlo with that cool spoiler on the end of it.
This is actually the Fontana trophy from 2002 is the only thing that has stayed in my office every year since we've been together. I keep that one trophy out there.
25 starts here, but if you look at the wins,
17 top 10s out of 25 starts. That's pretty good for Jimmy. I hope he wins tomorrow, man.
he leads in virtually every category, and the fact that he just missed the pole today by 7/1000ths of a second, coming off the top 5 run last week, and I think everyone would agree he's going to be a real player when we go green here tomorrow afternoon.
You know, Jimmy Johnson's just a true champion of our sport. He's done an amazing job, not on the racetrack only, but also what he's done to help our sport move along and progress. Is something that, you know, he's done so much for the rookies and everyone moving up.
So, well, not a bunch of guys stayed out, but a few stayed out. Justin Haley and Anthony Alfredo stayed out.
They pitted 10 laps earlier than those guys behind them on the pressure tires. That's Haley in the outside lane.
Briscoe shuffles them out.
This is exactly what Chase Briscoe's been waiting for. The opportunity to get up there and get some clean air and check out.
Briscoe's got the clean air. Boy, them 2 guys that stayed out didn't stand a chance.
Gave it a good go, but I don't think the old tires in that car is going to work out too well.
Whoa!
And trouble coming on.
Oh, yep, Noah Gregson. Fuck you, Noah Gregson. Fuck you. Loser.
2 cars got together.
I'm glad he busted his ass.
Might have been Ross Chastain. We'll go back and look at the replay, but for sure heavy damage for the driver that won the season opener at Daytona.
Hey, get on the apron, you dumb shit.
Man, guys, guys, it just seems like off of turn 2 on these restarts.
Save gas, I'm just saying. No way the tires make it 50-plus laps, right?
See if those guys on the older tires are ahead.
Well, let's see what happened here.
Yeah, that's a good call.
4 wide.
So you see Anthony Alfredo coming back, falling back pretty quickly, right in front of Noah Gragson. Noah's trying to
Gregson tried to clear himself in front of Chastain and wrecked himself.
Yeah, that was
Because he's a
Chastain.
fucking moron.
You see Noah highlighted there.
Damn near took Cindric with him. Unfortunately, Cindric made it through. Chastain got some pretty significant damage on his left front. But that's Noah Gregson's fault. Fucking moron.
Good job keeping it straight there, but a lot of damage on the 10 as well. He tried to get up. We talked about how important it is to get to that top lane to go down the straightaway, and that's what Noah was trying to do. Unfortunately,
We had to sacrifice Chastain, but it's worth it to see Gregson eat shit.
Noah didn't have much of a choice there. The 21 was coming back pretty quick. If he'd have run right into the back of the 21, he'd have...
Well, I mean, it's better to run into the back of the 21 than just cut up in front of Ross Chastain and kill yourself.
In those situations, you kind of got to take your losses, and say, what's worse, crashing my car, or taking the chance to maybe stay up there, and we got gas pedals and brake pedals.
That's right.
Look at that. He just aggressively shot up in front of Chastain. I don't care how slow the 21 was. He's an idiot. Noah Gragson is an idiot. And he deserved that. And I hope it happens again and again this season so I can laugh.
The top 10. And here today involved in a crash in the final stage.
Noah Gragson, I hate you and you deserve it.
It's so close, and it's just, when that happens, it's just, ugh.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Joey. At that point, he had the opportunity to check up a little bit earlier.
Yeah, he did.
He's
a moron.
Shot, he could have rolled out of the gas and saved himself some heartache there, unfortunately.
So we're under caution for the 6th time, and Chase Briscoe got his 3rd career win.
Here's where that lack of talent in this series that I keep talking about this season comes into play. It's going to turn a lot of these races into shit shows, but I'm here for it. What, Ozzy? Meow into the microphone. There you go. Had to extort my cat for a meow. He doesn't like it when I hold his tail, so I kept holding his tail, and he finally went meow. Oh, they are side by side under caution, because that's useful. At least they're going to have like 50 laps left. Plenty of time to see some more stupid-ass driving. But a little less because I think Noah Gregson's going to be out of the race. So we have one less jackass on the racetrack. Still got Brandon Jones and Austin Cindric running, so anything's possible. And there's maniacs in the back. Quit. These quick cautions are weird. In a race where you have such a limit on your tires, on your sets of tires, you really don't want to see a rash of cautions. Because it makes it awkward to make those calls.
to go, or just about
Next week will be the most interesting Phoenix race in the spring in years because it's a championship racetrack this year. If you're good at Phoenix, you know you've got a good shot at a championship this year if you can get there.
Briscoe is leading, and you know when you look at him and his career, he won a couple of times coming into 2020, but with the big three moving on, he understood in the preseason how important this year was for his career. He said, I need to win at least 8 times to get noticed and to remind everybody what I'm capable of if I am going to continue and grow when you look at the current landscape in NASCAR. Wins last week at Vegas, top 5 at Daytona, and here we are again, Joey.
I agree with him 100%. You need to go out there and dominate because we see already how hard it is for the drivers that kicked everyone's butt last year. You know, big three that we talk about so often. When they move up to the cup level, there's quite the learning curve out there because those are the drivers that are amazing throughout their whole career, all racing at the same time on Sunday. So when you're in the Xfinity Series, you got to be out there winning to show that you're capable of racing with the big dogs.
And he is right now. Obviously, he's looking. Everybody's watching. He's driving it right up on the wall. He's not afraid to get out there, brush the wall. He's done a good job. He's bounced off.
Interesting that Roush passed up Briscoe to put Chastain in the 6th car till Ryan Newman gets back.
This race, and you know, he goes out there and he executes this race the way he should the rest of the day. He's going to come home with the flag.
Hasn't been an easy day, but he's put himself in great position for the stretch run. And as we anticipate the green flag, here are our Xfinity fastest laps. Harrison Burton, the best of the bunch, 174 and some change. Brandon Jones, Daniel Hemrick up there as well.
Yeah, extra careful about this guy, Bob. Just be careful of this guy. You be careful if you're driving. We're kind of at a point now to where we just need to survive a little bit, you know what I mean?
49 laps to go.
So here's a decision you got to make. If you're
Briscoe's the leader.
Bottom is tough. Chase Briscoe picks the top here. We've seen the bottom prevail a couple times. We've seen the top prevail. It doesn't seem like there's a lane you really want to be in. I think it just matters all about the push that you
Briscoe had a terrible jump.
There you see Justin
Allgaier got up the ass of Hemrick and shoved him out front.
He's going to try to make a move here.
Nowhere to go.
With a great block and then
God, Briscoe sails that thing in there on the outside. It's crazy. It's crazy you can get away with doing that. Whoa! And another wreck. Nope, they saved it. They saved it. Brandon Jones pulls through to second. We know he's got a good car. Oh, he's got a bad tire rub, though. That's, yeah. Brandon Jones is going to have to pit. He's got the worst tire rub I've seen. Briscoe's got the lead for now. Harrison Burton second.
And so good early. Dominated the first 2 stages after getting the pole.
Yeah, they got to get to pit road.
But that is big.
down.
There it goes. Brandon Jones on the wall.
Hang on to it, hang on to it. Lay that tire down, stay up, just run slow up top. Don't go on, we'll get you home, stay up.
Yeah, I don't see NASCAR putting a caution out for this one. After so many cautions in a row, and with no debris on the racetrack, this is going to be a really bad thing here for Brandon Jones trying to get the...
Well, I told you Brandon Jones was not going to win this race. He wasn't going to win anyway, even if he didn't get that flat left front.
Laps here today. And gonna make
He made it to pit road. I don't think he dropped anything on the racetrack much.
and get some fresh tires.
And Briscoe was cruising. 47 laps to go.
We've seen major issues. And right here, coming to pit road, as a crew chief, you have to tell your driver, don't make a bad situation.
Austin Hill in the top 10. He's up to 7th
Come in,
after all this
take your
madness.
lumps. Let's get tires on here. Get back out there and see how the race plays.
Hey, man.
That slide to a stop. You can see the damage there to the left front. Right side tires going on. Clean tear off. What a shame for the day.
What a shame. Fuck Brandon Jones.
And to see it all just go away like this.
Riley Herbst, his teammate.
Well, those back markers are really racing hard today because they know they can gain some spots here. Harrison Burton is on Chase Briscoe looking for the lead.
Battling for 4th.
Color me surprised.
This is for the race lead.
Just give Briscoe. Briscoe's car does not come in that fast. He needs a long run. He really needs a long run.
Faster than the 98 at Chase Briscoe right now. But I think if Harrison cannot get around a 98 quickly, I think after about 5 or 6 more laps, you're going to see the tides turn a little bit.
What's really interesting, I'm watching this right now. So Briscoe is doing the defensive driving. He's running all the way down the bottom of the racetrack trying to keep that 20 behind him.
I think Briscoe should keep doing that till his car comes in a little bit. God, Harrison got a big run into turn 1. Not big enough to get to his inside, but he closed up on him really fast. 45 to go.
That's pretty good to be able to do in that dirty air like that. You know, even though these cars have a smaller spoiler, you still see that draft work down that back straightaway. Harrison Burton pulling up to chase Briscoe there.
He's making a major statement right now because, you know, I think there's expectations driving that 20 car because of all the success it's had in recent years with, you know, Eric Jones certainly and what Christopher Bell did the last 2 seasons. But we know Harrison doesn't come in with the same experience of those two. When you look at how they won,
Kim Cam is back.
Before moving to this level. And the one thing that never changes when Harrison.
Everybody still got to pit one more time.
Mother Kim is intense on that pit box, right?
I tell you what, I'd almost hate to beat Kim Burton. It feels like it's so stressful up there. I'm stressful watching.
I hate to be Kim Burton because I wouldn't want to be on camera every 5 seconds.
Watching your son out there racing, it just looks hard.
Okay, Briscoe's car is starting to come to him, I think. He stretched it out on Harrison through that corner.
Ryan C. has had an up and down day. Just behind him, Anthony Alfredo. And up in front of them, you've got guys like Jeremy Clements and Austin Hill having a great outing here with 43 to go, Matt.
A quiet but very impressive day by the 25-year-old Austin Hill. He'd been running in the 11th to 15th position during the first couple stages, and then the past 2 restarts, he's made some great moves. He was up to 9th, and then he was up to 7th. He said the car really good on exit, but more importantly, just look at the run that he's been able to put, trying to get some momentum.
Harrison Burton back to Briscoe. He got a good run into 3. He drove in hard. Briscoe's got the outside line, though.
Great run for the lead here.
It depends. Oh, wow. Harrison's on his quarter panel. No, Briscoe cleared him. I can't believe Harrison Burton's hanging with him like this. I'm kind of surprised.
And this is fun to watch. This is what makes Auto Club Speedway so much fun. Is you see in turns 3 and 4, they're down on 1 and 2 right now. They're following each other. But turns 3 and 4, I think you're probably going to see Chase Briscoe go to the wall again, run the top, and then you're going to see Harrison Burton go all the way to the bottom. And you can make it work that way.
Caution.
Caution out once again.
Briscoe's the leader.
Debris in turns 3 and 4.
Debris, turn 3. There it is. It's real. It's not a bullshit yellow. It's a tire carcass, it looks like. Yep, that's a tire carcass. Pit. You can make it from here.
You pit, right? And then you've got to set, should we get a caution late? Is that the thought process?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's not exactly what the 39 of Ryan C. did not want to see. He came down on lap 100, topped off with fuel, and he wanted a long green flag run to the end of this race because he would have been able to make it and everybody else would have had to have pit. So now everybody comes down, gets 4 fresh tires, filled up with fuel, everybody's clean to make it to the end. The way we've seen these restarts, though,
now some shit's going to go down.
What's going to happen? And you're lucky you got another set of tires sitting on pit road. And you watch the number 9 car right here and the number 1 car, Michael Annette. Those 2 guys, I believe, will be getting the waiver on trying to get back to the lead lap.
3 pass goes to Michael Annette, so he will get back on the lead lap here. And certainly Gregson is a candidate, as you said, for the wave around. He'll hope for another caution shortly should he go that route. So that'll put 20 cars.
Pace car's getting a workout in the 3rd stage.
And there's a look at Gregson.
Gregson's still running, but
incident, 2-3 cautions.
you know what? That's punishment. He deserves it.
He's probably not going to be very competitive, though.
That one's hurt.
41 to go, and we anticipate pit stops.
These cautions also play connected where we can make it from here. Don't necessarily have to get fuel, but I feel like we probably have to come and take tires here.
So what Brian Wilson's saying there is under caution, you're able to make way better fuel mileage. So he's saying, you know, by the fuel numbers, they could probably make it. But by the tires, you're not going to be competitive. So tires will be more important than fuel in this situation.
Almost exactly 2-to-1 ratio on fuel consumption here at this racetrack. You can make 2 laps under caution for the same amount of fuel used under green.
Here's everybody coming down pit road, Matt.
2 sets of stickers left for the 22 of Austin Cindric. You heard great conversation between Austin and his crew chief, Brian Wilson. They're going to have a set of stickers left in the pit for a possible late stop later. Meanwhile, up here in the 8, they're up on the wall waiting for Daniel Hemrick as well.
God, Hemrick's tore the right side of that car up.
Right side's going on, Regan.
Maybe not, it just looks beat up. You can't really tear these things up. Who's that coming out?
We are going to have a change at the front. Alex LeVay, no tires. I got to believe maybe he missed his box. And just
Briscoe will be the leader. I think the 90 obviously missed his box.
The race leader when we get the restart, the 98 team doing their job. It's going to be a fun finish here in California.
Oh, how many more wrecks? We're going to see a fight after the race. Allgaier's still on pit road. That blows. It's a stinker for us junior motorsports fans. It's amazing I'm a junior motorsports fan, but I just fucking hate Noah Gragson. I can't say that enough. Turned out to be a pretty fun little race. I was worried there early on. I was like, oh God, anything's better than last week. These Xfinity cars did not like racing at night in cool weather. It's a lot like Cup. Remember how the Cup cars were in 2016? I felt like the 2016 Cup car aero package was perfect, except for night racing. For some night racing, especially on big racetracks, it's like, God. But everywhere else, it was great. It needed to be a little sunny outside during the day. I remember Richmond that year was amazing, and Richmond had been pretty garbage for a number of years. I want to know what the deal was with Allgaier. All these cautions, there's going to be a lot of people on the lead lap by the end of this race. Allgaier, they worked on some damage on the front end of Allgaier that I didn't see before. That's why he had a long pit stop.
There's a look at Kamar Baldwin and Butler. He leads the team in scoring with 15.9 points per game to Paul at Butler. It's men's college basketball coming up next on FS1. The game
Of course, there's no video. I put no video in the title.
6:30 Eastern time, and we'll get you there as soon as we're done.
Why do people come in here and be like, no video? I'm like, yeah, it's in the title. You clicked on a stream that said no video in the title.
It's been a theme for him this year. And there you see the damage.
Yeah, we're here and he hit a tire.
Oh, Allgaier ran over the debris that caused that caution. That's one of them NASCAR 2003 deals. You can hit the debris on the racetrack. Yeah, that sucks.
Being knocked in isn't a huge deal. You can cover some of that up, but one of the worst problems is if you look at the splitter's actually exposed a little bit nose up on the right-hand side. That's really going to create a big push.
Well, that killed Allgaier's chance to win.
Probably bent the whole thing up a little bit too, so maybe they can pull a little bit of packer on that right front bump stop, get the splitter back.
It's all adding up for Briscoe to win again.
Salvage a decent day.
That's a good point, man. What a tough break. I mean, it's so
Allgaier catches the worst breaks.
and you're going so fast, it's not like you can turn left sharper. You're already turning as sharp as you can. And it's just, and you run right into it.
He was 6, going to restart back around 20th, Regan.
Well, something to keep an eye on here. Chase Briscoe on the 98 car radio to his team. He's got low voltage on both batteries. He's been switching back and forth on batteries, so they're going to go with it on this restart. Let's see what happens with that. It could be a problem.
There'll be 37 laps to go. And Chastain stayed out and took the lead. That's interesting. Alex LeBay took fuel. What an idiot. He's going to be a speed bump. That's going to get Harrison Burton's going to win the race because Briscoe's stuck behind Alex LeBay. And Harrison Burton used to restart on the outside lane. Now Cindric's coming to pit road. What is going on? Yeah, Harrison Burton's going to be in good shape here, possibly. But we know Chastain's a pain in the ass. Wow, Briscoe got the lead on the bottom. That's crazy. Okay, Briscoe's got the lead. He just needs us to stay green. Because we know he struggles a little bit on these short runs, and Harrison Burton seems to be really good on the short runs.
I mean, these two have shown that they have the class of the field right now during this race, and it's going to be fun to watch them go back and forth here, like we talked about, the short run to long run.
Riley Herbst up to third. That gives you, once again, the level of competition. A number of cars out of this race allows Riley Herbst to be in third. Ryan Sieg in fifth. Another top 5 run this week. Good for Hemrick to be running well after last week. And for Hemrick to be able to survive all this craziness. Okay, if Harrison Burton wins, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad if Harrison Burton wins. I don't dislike Harrison. I just don't think he's very good. But this could go a long way in proving me wrong, which I am not against. I like to be proven wrong. If I was right all the time, life would be very boring. So I enjoy being proven wrong about, sports and racing and everything. I like when things take me by surprise. Harrison Burton winning this race would be a surprise.
Like I said, this is his opportunity to pass him right now the first 5 laps from the...
We could be in for a great finish because 7 of the top 10 have never won any Xfinity Series. That's incredible.
That's incredible. That's Kyle Petty's line.
Top 5 in that category. We talked about Austin Cindric making that pit stop.
Okay, Briscoe's holding steady over Harrison Burton. Wow, Burton dove into one. He gets to the quarter panel of Briscoe getting into one, but Briscoe gets off the corner, obviously a little better, running that higher line. Harrison's running high, but he can't run as high as Briscoe's running if he wants to get by him. Ryan Sieg is passing Daniel Hemrick for 4th. Now going through 4, Burton and Briscoe switched their lines up. Briscoe went to the bottom, Burton went to the high side. We'll see what kind of gain Burton gets at the end of the front stretch here. He gained a little. Yep, he's pulling up on him. Make another run into 1. I bet Briscoe runs a high side this time. He does. Loose! Oh, Briscoe! Loose! Sliding, and Harrison Burton takes the lead. Wow. That's like the 3rd or 4th time today Briscoe's about busted his ass. Wow.
Chase Briscoe, just relax a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to chill. He knows he's got a good long-run car. This is starting to get strung out. I think it's going to go green to the end. I think that's how it feels.
Yeah, that's true. That 98 has been loose all day.
He's been so loose.
A few laps ago, Harrison keeps putting the pressure on and staying right where he
Crazy.
is.
Well, he was making him defend in a lane that he didn't want to be in, right?
What a race.
So that puts that 98 in a very vulnerable position. So right now, Chase Briscoe, he needs to back off, get a deep breath. He's still got 33 or 31 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, it's far from over.
He's caught those guys so quickly, he just needs to be smart.
Just stay green, and he'll be in really good shape.
Going to avoid overreaction. It would be the 98 of Chase Briscoe.
Well, just like any good race team would do, they came
He is up there in the marbles, if there is any marbles. Big run off the corner here. He's going to get a shot at him going into 1. 31 laps to go. He gives it up on corner entry, but he comes flying off the corner like a bat out of hell. Harrison's still running high, but not as high as Briscoe. God, Briscoe's loose again. Not as loose as the previous couple of laps. Sieg is battling Hemrick again for fourth. Joe Logano called him Chase Elliott.
So something else that I'm noticing is starting to creep up around that top side is you see the shadows coming onto the racetrack off of the wall. What that does is that not only allows the drivers to get up there and keep their RPM up, but it's actually giving them a little bit of grip. We got somebody in the wall in 3 and 4 there.
Uh-oh.
No caution yet. Road.
Austin Hill hit the wall in turn 4. No caution. 30 laps to go. Harrison Burton's still the leader. And Ryan Sieg finally cleared Daniel Hemrick for fourth.
In his improvement over the last, like I say, couple of years.
Really good start this year running for.
Yeah, Sieg is off to the best start of his career. It's pretty crazy.
They'll make their pit stop here, and that will put them in a very difficult position with 30 laps remaining.
See that shadow up there? That's what the
And Briscoe is right on the bumper of Burton, looking to his inside. Got him, I think. He's going to send it into one here. And Briscoe takes the lead back. See if he can hold it. That car bobbled a little bit in the center. And it shows. Here comes Burton to pass him back. That thing bobbled in the center and just kept pushing up the hill, and Burton drove back by. Wow. Tell you what, they better be careful. They got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but it can disappear in a hurry. Riley Herbst is a second and a half back. And he gained about 4 tenths. Yeah, they better be careful. 28 laps to go.
What's most awesome is that you're literally driving the race car right here next to me.
We can't put new tires on your chair, okay? If you put it in a workout.
Guys who are all over it. I love it.
You mentioned those drivers in the top 10, and you saw the graphic of those that are yet to win a race.
Briscoe's got to sit here and recharge and make another run. He'll get another shot. Still 28 laps. I just worry that Briscoe's pushing harder than Harrison Burton. It's hard to tell. It looks like it anyway. Either that or Briscoe's car's just way looser. Dude, by the end of this race, if this stays green, the tires are going to be so non-existent. This is like Darlington 2003 levels of grip if this stays green.
Racers that are coming through our series or through our sport right now is just phenomenal. It just shows the potential that we've got to keep this sport strong for a long, long time to come.
You know, there's only been one.
Briscoe is a wheel man. Fascinating. Oh, Briscoe loose again. Briscoe hit the wall again.
Yes.
He's used up all his mulligans. He's not hitting it hard either time. He's just sliding out there and touching the wall and like grinding it. He hasn't really hit it square yet. Still plenty of time left for that. And now Harrison Burton stretched it out by about 8/10 of a second. But I'd be willing to bet Briscoe's going to get another run at him. He's hitting the wall again.
That's giving Riley Herbst an opportunity to get back up here and race with these guys.
And he was a couple of seconds, maybe 2.5 back of those front two. Now only 1.4 seconds behind.
This is really surprising that this race is playing out this way.
And what's going to happen with Chase, as he keeps getting the back of that car loose and sliding the rears, all he's doing is putting more and more heat into that right rear tire, and it is just going to make it worse and worse. He needs to take a chill pill. He needs to relax for a second.
Yeah, Briscoe should have chilled out about 5 laps ago. Let's see if he hits the wall again.
Riley Herbst is having a great day, Regan.
And he's loose, and he finally spun out. Chase Briscoe spun out off of 4 in the grass. Caution's out. He didn't hit the grass hard, so it didn't tear nothing up. But damn, he was driving so hard. Now you got to come pit and put that last set of tires on. Yeah, he just busted his ass.
Radio, we still got him queued up. We do. Hold on. It's hard to do though, man. There's 25 laps to go. How do you relax, right? You
This
see
race could be won or lost on pit road
but
now.
25 laps around here is a long time.
I will be right back.
If he can get that car fired up, he'll be able to keep going and stay on the lead lap. If he can't get going, he's going to be in big trouble.
And here's a replay of Chase up next to the wall as normal, and the car's just going to step out, and it just gets too far out for him. And hopefully he can get out of the grass. I'm afraid he might be stuck in there. As you see, he's going to have a couple flat tires at least, and if that's the case, it's sitting there just in the grass. Regan?
Well, 98 Chase Briscoe, we see him stuck down in the infield right now. That voltage meter that we reported earlier, that problem just crept up. He can't get that car to refire because of that issue.
Boy, that's no fun. And I've been a proponent of mandating white or yellow gloves for you drivers forever because of what we see here. When you're wearing those light-colored gloves, you can see what that save is all about. These are great images from our team at NASCAR on Fox. Follow the hands, and then we follow the car as it slides through the grass. This is just great.
Tire pop there, the right front.
Can't believe Harrison Burton was out driving Chase Briscoe. Briscoe's like one of the few drivers left in this series that I give any kind of real praise to.
And you've used the voltage up on that car, and man, it's just
That sucks.
one thing after another. At that point, you get loose, then you're.
So it's Harrison Burton's race to lose now.
The car, and they're gonna try to maybe pop start it here to get it going, but boy, it's a tough situation here.
That's so disappointing.
So
The car doesn't really have a lot of damage. They could just got.
That was a winning race car. Was.
Lead lap, but they're going to find themselves a lap down.
A couple of guys that benefited here. One, Austin Cindric, who had to come to pit road right as we were going green. He stayed on the lead lap. Right now, he's being shown in 14. And the other guy, Austin Hill, who had to come down, had the tire issue. He's one lap down, but I believe here should get the free pass.
You got one set of tires left.
What do you do?
You bet.
Obviously, you pit.
Absolutely. 22 laps to go next time this time by. Get you more tires.
Unless some brave bastard in the top 10 wants to stay out and hope for one more caution, which is a very real possibility based on what we've seen.
So you say for sure, come down here, Chad. But if you're the driver and you understand where everybody's at on tires, what would you say?
I think if you're one of the front-running cars right now, yeah, you pit and you take the tires and go for it. But if you're running 10th on back, you might as well save a set, and maybe that's your chance of winning later on in the race.
The West Coast swing continues. Next Saturday afternoon, we're going to the desert.
The fuck is Noah Gragson doing? You see that?
NASCAR's rising stars arrive in the desert for this year's Stop in Phoenix. The pressure has been turned up a notch for the finale on the West Coast. Only walk away from the mayhem.
NASCAR goes west. And then they come back to Atlanta. I'd love to go to Atlanta in a couple weeks. Not going to happen, but I would love to go. Then again, everybody would love to go. That kid right now sleeping was going to be me until this race picked up because I'm so tired. Not bored, just tired.
And snoozing right through it.
And I can remember seeing pictures of me at the racetrack when my father was driving, sound asleep. There's nothing more soothing the sound of race cars going by you at almost 200 miles per hour.
That sounds kind of like the opposite of me right now. I'm over here jumping out of my seat with the excitement of everything that's going on.
That's a very interesting top 10 we got going on there.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm in the top 8 or so, give me some.
I think we're going to get a first-time winner today. It's pretty clear we're going to get a first-time winner.
And this is a huge benefit for the 22 of Austin Cindric to get stickers and catch back up. Now the 8 of Daniel Hemrick, he said as he got closer to the fence, it just kept building tighter and tighter as the run progressed.
Look at the right side of his car.
Because he was losing the nose. They're going to make at least an air pressure change on that 8. And boy, what a run, Ryan Sieg. Back-to-back weeks. Solid top 5.
Rod Sieg's killing it, man. I can't give him enough praise. Boy, Daniel Hemrick's paint scheme would have made a good Home Depot paint scheme years ago. Those Home Depot paint schemes were always so cool. Even Dickhead Logano had a good one. Harrison Burton keeps the lead coming off of pit road. Justin Haley up to third. Myatt Snyder up to fourth. Myatt Snyder fourth. Good God. We're going to commercial one more time. Got to pay those bills. How come the sick and twisted part of me wants to get on Twitter here and it say, Harrison Burton too fast on pit road? Oh, what a shame. But he's not. He's getting speed. I'm just saying I would hope for that to happen. Just because it'd be funny. I take joy in other people's misery. Anything? So it's 3 weeks in. Are we ready to call Ryan Sieg a championship contender?
Always fun when NASCAR comes to Southern California. Auto Club Speedway, great venue. And some strategy being played out here. Michael Annett stayed on the racetrack, did not pit. We talked about the...
Michael Annett has the lead. He stayed out. Interesting.
First and second, Harrison Burton.
Oh, he's going to drop to the back. Okay, never mind. Harrison Burton will be the leader. Michael Annett's car's beat to shit. Riley Herbst second, Justin Haley third, Myatt Snyder fourth. I think Harrison Burton's pretty much got this. They're going to restart with 19 laps to go.
Both making their first appearance here in a good running position. You got Jeremy Clements, Ryan Sieg, and Ross Chastain is back in the game. This has been an incredible day for a number of different drivers and race teams.
It's a bit of a race of survival. You know, the fastest cars, some of the fastest cars, you know, Brennan Jones early in the race, Chase Briscoe a minute ago.
It's definitely turned into a mini Talladega.
One of the fastest cars that's been able to stay up there the whole race. So we'll see what happens. I did see Riley Herbst catching those two.
That finishing order is going to look really funny by the end.
This thing is far from over. And
one driver in the top 10 has won an actually two, Jeremy Clements and Ross Chastain. Actually, no, three, Cindric. I forget, Cindric sucks. I'm not used to saying he's won a race. You're probably going to see a first-time winner here because that entire top 7 has never won.
Those are the things I look at when I come to a restart is who do I have behind me?
Justin Haley should have won, but technically got screwed. Yellow line rule.
With 19 laps to go, you're going to give it everything you've got.
19 laps. Harrison Burton's probably going to be the guy.
Annett drops back, so it's the Gibbs rookies in the front row. Harrison Burton takes the outside lane. 19 remaining in auto club.
Here we go. Herb's got a good start. I bet Burton's going to pinch him down here in the corner, isn't he? Yep. Oh, yeah. And here comes Justin Haley. Wow, Herbst got ahead of Harrison Burton. Never mind, he got loose off the corner. Burton 3 wide in the middle takes it back. Wow. Wow. What a move. Thank you, sir. Got any barbecue sauce for me? Oh, McDonald's fries, yay. Daniel had a wreck on the front stretch.
What a recovery, and that's what this racetrack's all about. If you have one good restart, you can pass 7, 8 cars very quickly. And you know, here we see a 22 car moving up through the field, up to third with 18 laps to go. Up to pass for second.
Oh, man. Yep, Burton's cruising, but Cindric's got some speed now. I think they just mentioned that.
Again, you can see the momentum being building halfway through the corner, all the way to the exit.
He's looking at that distance that he's going to close up. And look at by the start-finish line, he closed up 6 car lengths and is able to get to the inside.
Well, it's not over yet.
We'll see what happens here in 1.
Because Austin Cindric just blew by Riley Herbst for second, and he's got 16 laps to go get Harrison Burton. Whoa, Herbst got the run off the high side. This is going to help Harrison. Ooh, buddy. Wreck each other, wreck each other. I don't like either of you.
And at this point, Austin's going to move up. Riley's coming up too. You might see a crossover.
Good racing.
Harrison Burton leading with 16 laps to go. That's the battle for second. And a reminder, the DePaul at Butler Men's College basketball game is coming up next.
Who cares?
It starts now on FS2. So if you want basketball, go to FS2. We'll have the game for you from Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. But we're done here. 16 laps remaining for the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Boy, if Cindric could just get clear of Herbst and stay clear, he could catch Harrison Burton. Herbst is being such a pain in the ass.
He faked him out. He thought he was going to go to the
It's brilliant, though. I love it.
These guys are racing. And right now, Austin's like, I'm faster than you. I just got to get by you and try to race down the lead. And, man, and right now, Harrison Burton is saying, this is great. Just keep racing back there.
Yeah, this is perfect for Harrison.
The top two have a combined age of 40. I mean, Harrison Burton is 19. Riley Herbst just turned 21. And they're racing for Joe Gibbs, who's been one of the best all time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and kind of tried to do the unthinkable, winning your first start at Auto Club Speedway, one of the most difficult tracks on the circuit.
You know, that's what they're supposed to do. You know, you heard Chase Briscoe say earlier, he needs to win a lot of races this year. You know, when you're in a good car like a Stewart-Haas car, a Penske car, a Gibbs car, you have to win. I don't care if it's your rookie season or you've been in this series for 3 years or 10 years. You better.
Well, Joey Logano's actually right for once. I preach that all the time. That's why I'm so hard on guys like Noah Gragson and Brandon Jones and Austin Cindric.
The kid that drove for Kyle Busch last year in the Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series and was unable to win and make it into the playoffs. So I think when he comes to this level, he does so with tempered expectations because you realize at 19 he doesn't have the experience. So for him to do what he's done the first couple of races and now be in position to win here today, I'd say ahead of schedule, right?
Boy, Burton made a great move to get the lead on that restart.
He's young on years, but he's not short on experience. He's been racing a long time in a lot of different types of cars. Obviously been around it his whole life. So the expectation of him going out there maybe isn't there, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. He's always put together good races. He's always been really fast. So I think what you're doing right now is expected to me from him, especially in that equipment. Ryan Sieg's, quite honestly, is pretty much impressing me throughout the course of the day. Stayed out of trouble for the most part, ran up towards the front. Anytime those guys get side by side, you see that 39 creep up there into the mix. Albeit he can't quite get up there to win with these guys, he's showing a lot of talent of staying smart, staying collected, and keeping his car up there towards the front.
Chad's right. Ryan Sieg is the smartest driver. He's doing the most with so little. Riley Herbst being second right now does not impress me. Ryan Sieg being fourth, however, that impresses me. And give Riley Herbst credit. He basically helped Harrison Burton win this race by slowing down Austin Cindric as bad as he did. If Herbst slows him down one more time, he just might get run over. And I'm so here for that.
He's going to enter right on the 18. That loosens up the lead car. That takes a lot of air off the spoiler. And as Austin's able to stay close, this is a good position to be down the back straightaway. Now, does he go to the bottom into turn 3? I don't know. He's falling that back a little bit, lost some momentum.
If Cindric's able to make the pass here, does he have what it takes once he gets by Herbst, if he can, to run down the race leader?
Not if he takes too much time with this pass.
It's too late. He's not going to gain 2 seconds if he manages to get by Riley Herbst. So 10 to go. Harrison Burton's leading.
Tough pass to make, especially at the end of the race. No one's giving. You got to be able to take it quick. I think he's running out of time.
A lot of defensive driving going on right now, as it should be, for sure. We get that. 2 seconds back from the leader right now. I don't see that there's really any way either of them are going to be able to pull up on Burton
Unless we get that magical last caution.
Potentially we get a caution. If we happen to get a caution here in the next little bit, it's open game on the restart for sure.
Man, this is the point. They said there was a caution with 10 to go, and you had a set of tires left. You look like a hero. But right now it looks like the call that all these crew chiefs made.
Well, like Larry McReynolds would say, they've made their bed. They got a lie in it.
And Harrison told me in the garage last weekend in Las Vegas, anytime I go to a track where my dad is on, I feel jinxed because everybody expects me to do it and something happens and I can't. Well, Jeff won here in 2007 in an Xfinity car. We'll see if Harrison can...
But say, I know Jeff Burton didn't win a cup race there.
And join Uncle Ward as a winner on Leap Day in the Xfinity Series.
I know the tires are wore out, but Harrison Burton was so slow getting into that corner, I was concerned for a second. Yeah, Chad just pointed out, he's literally slowing so far down to not overdrive it. 8 laps to go. He was visibly slow there.
8 laps to go.
Yeah, and you have a 2-second lead. Why put your car in jeopardy? Right? Why go extra wall and risk that until you need to? So, you know, right here he's pacing himself just in case there's a caution. There's no tires.
I give Harrison credit. He's racing wise beyond his years. Got to give it to him. He's running that safe line on the bottom. Hill is going so slow he might accidentally hit the grass. Okay, Kim Burton has my permission to freak out now. It's not like Daytona when they're running single file 8 laps in and she's having a shit fit. Shit's getting real now with 7 laps to go.
He's stuck in that dirty air right there.
And a little bit of lap traffic out there. Burton's got to maneuver around that. So much room at this racetrack, which makes that a lot easier. But being in this position for the first time, and the guys in second and third starting to reel in just a little bit. And there you see, there's a ton of lap traffic right in front.
They gained about a half a second that lap.
When we come back this time.
Two things I want to point out here.
That lap traffic, oh my God.
And Riley Herbst is catching him at a pretty quick rate. You know, a couple laps ago it was over 2 seconds. Now it's a second and a half.
Harrison might have to step it up a little bit. He slowed down so much that when Herbst got far away from Cindric, he was able to close by a good 0.6 of a second. Make that 7 now.
He's going to have to earn it today.
He's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. It's getting a little too close for comfort. Herbst just got it down to a second. Five to go. Herbst has it down to 0.7 of a second. 0.6 of a second, 0.5. He got killed in the center of the corner there. Here comes Herbst. Herbst can definitely get on him now. Wow, is Riley Herbst going to have a chance to win a damn race? Or is Harrison going to pick up the pace now? Which, I mean, he has to. But is it going to be enough? And hell, Cindric's catching both of them. Cindric's back in this now. He had over 2.5 seconds. And coming to 4 to go, it's down to 0.4.
Once you clear the lap traffic, if you're Harrison, how much you look at that rearview mirror if those guys coming behind?
A lot. They'll probably tell him not to, but you can't. You're in there as much as possible.
He's pretty vulnerable. Those other guys are throwing caution to the wind, getting right up on the rails, running right up by the wall. He hasn't been running there, so they're more comfortable running that.
It's stabilized at about 0.4 to a half a second the last couple laps because Burton got in some clean racetrack now. He's running the high line in 3 and 4 again. He had switched to the bottom, but when they started gaining, he went to the high side. Herbst gained some on entry, but he gave it up off the corner just a little bit because he entered lower than Harrison Burton did. 3 laps to go. Oh, man. Now I'm turning into Kim Burton.
interesting. I see Riley kind of come off the wall as he's gotten closer to him. I don't really know why that is. Maybe the air is disrupting this balance of the car. May have changed as they're pushing so hard. I'm not sure what it is.
It's only a couple of car lengths now. We're coming to 2 to go. Herbst gains on entry because he entered lower. Will he lose it all off the corner? Will teammates wreck each other for the win? It's getting so bad, Harrison's trying to break any kind of draft. 2 to go.
He's trying to break the draft down the straightaway there. A lot of coaching, a lot of cheerleading there from the spotter.
Dig deep.
That was not a good corner for Harrison. That was not a good corner for Harrison Burton. Not as good as Herbst. Herbst is sending it in. He's not quite there yet. We're coming to 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. There you go. I think Harrison's going to hold on here. If all he has to do is not fucking choke. If he just keeps doing what he's done the last 5 laps, he's fine. Just don't choke. Because he stretched it out by about a tenth on that straightaway. Herbst loose off the corner.
Jeff won 27 times in the Xfinity Series, including here in 2007. 21 Cup wins over 20.
Yeah, I think he's going to do it. Unless Harrison Burton does the Carl Edwards move. Or Riley Herbst. Wow, Herbst sent that shit in there. Not even close. Not going to be enough. Harrison Burton wins. Well, good for him. I don't hate the guy. Harrison and Jeb will drink a Pepsi. Jeb and Ward will drink Jack Daniels. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, good for the Burtons. I like Jeb much better, but good for the Burtons. Good for Harrison. It's good that he wins now, so people like me aren't shitting on him halfway through the season when he can't win driving the best car in the series. So good for the Burtons. I'm glad I watched this race. It was a good race. We'll hang around for a minute for the post-race stuff. See if anybody punches someone. I'm always hoping for a fight after the race. It's okay to hope for a fight after the race. Better than wrecking shit during the race. Congratulations. You just won a new cat skid steer loader.
He was working with Ben Bayshore, the crew chief. So that time together had to pay dividends here today through the first few weeks of the season. The 10th driver to get his first career victory driving for Joe Gibbs. Joining you.
Are they going to interview an NBC employee? That went a long way in earning my respect, I'll tell you that. My respect doesn't mean anything, but it's nice to feel good about something.
That's a good feeling.
Second time in 3 races this year. We've had a driver get their first career victory, Noah Gregson at Daytona, and we all remember that celebration, and I think we're in for another good one right here from Harrison Burton.
I want to know how Jeff Burton feels right now. I mean, compared to some of his wins, I couldn't imagine seeing your son win on this stage, right? In the biggest forms of stock car racing, to see your son out there doing a burnout, man, that's got to be just the most incredible feeling. I know Kim is probably finally realized.
I'm happy for Jeff Burton.
And the officially introduces himself as a real player for this championship in 2020 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Harrison Burton wins at Auto Club.
One more commercial break, then we're gone. I want to see the interviews and everything. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good race. I'm not sleepy anymore. Just munching on some chicken nuggets, though. So life is good right now. That right there was the closest Riley Herbst will come to winning a race all year. And because I am not a man, I must give Riley Herbst some credit. He's stronger than me, because if I was him, I'd have just packed that shit down in there and let it slide up the racetrack, and if I hit him, I hit him. I would have done the full-blown Carl Edwards move from Kansas. But, you know, I'm not that much of a man. Anything to win, you know. Well, not anything, within reason, I guess. Why is it that in my subconscious, door slamming somebody for a win is okay, but when you spin them out from behind, it's dirty? When really you're doing the same thing. You're fucking using your car to abuse them and steal something that's probably not yours. All racing ethics. How quickly they change depending on who's running up front. I feel I'm pretty consistent about it, though. I'm not the kind of guy who's going to be like, man, fuck Kyle Busch for doing this. And then somebody else does it to him. I'll be like, hey. No, I'm like, wow, I can't believe he did that. I just won't be as mad if somebody does it to Kyle Busch or Joey Logano or somebody like that. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
A thrilling finish at Auto Club Speedway. And one teenager holds off.
That race had a bit of everything.
It's Harrison Burton winning in front of his teammate Riley Herbst. And he's trying to get to victory lane. Jake and JC, our Fox production staff, trying to help him get there. So close today for Riley Herbst. Here's Matt Yoakum.
Jake and JC double dip in there with the 20 car, and what excitement!
Give those men a raise.
Through three, Riley Herbst, you really made it exciting. What did you need extra there to try to make that final push?
A few more laps, honestly. This Monster Energy Supra was really fast, though. I'm really, really proud of Harrison as well, because me and him have been working so hard this offseason. We've run it all, everything. We're not ready for it, that we can't do this in this series, and keep on talking, because we're coming for more wins this year for sure.
Congratulations, Adam.
Oh, I think he called me out.
He said it. I think it's been the general sentiment in the garage area. Can these young kids step into the great equipment and deliver? And today we got the answer. Absolutely yes.
Yeah, and those two cars were up front all day. You know, yes, there were some issues with other
Harrison
drivers,
earned that win. He had Briscoe beat anyway. Briscoe was the guy to beat, and Harrison had him beat.
Speed was there. They did a great job keeping their cars in one piece. That's
So,
what
good
a lot
win.
more experienced drivers weren't able to do, is keep their cars in one piece and have something to race with at the end. That's key.
I think when you see the way they handle the traffic, when you have guys on higher lap comp tires, the difference in lap time of what they're able to do, and still be able to navigate that traffic and come out unscathed, that says a ton for what those guys can do and the talent they've got in their back pocket. I'm looking at good things from both those drivers.
I talked about his crew chief, Ben Bayshore, and their relationship. Let's give an assist.
He's still trying to get to victory
Spotter
lane.
Corelli, who's got great experience up on the spotter stand and certainly has been through the battles. Let's go back down to Matt Yoakum.
And give a shout out to Ryan.
Fox is like, please hurry before we get thrown off the air. Ryan Sieg finished fourth.
Statement, the underachievers overachieving here today.
Yeah, for sure. The CMR from Chevrolet was, it wasn't the best at the start. We just kept adjusting on it all day. Get a big shout out to the ECR Power. That was a lot to do with it today. And all the guys banging the shop. Big Mike, Cowboy, the whole entire team. We all get in
right after each week, and it's just paying off. We've got some good, strong runs here. Just continue to keep building on it, and just say
Good for
everyone
Sieg.
at home and the families watching. Thank y'all for the support.
What an impressive fourth-place finish here today. Mentions everybody at home. He's got 3 little girls at home watching Dad have a good
They got to
time.
tow Harrison Burton to
This is
victory
the worst
lane.
part of the whole deal. You win the race, the car shuts off, you can't get it refired to go to victory lane.
All Harrison wants to do is get to victory lane to be with Riley, or his teammates, Ben Bayshore, his guys, his pit crew, and also get celebrated. The poor thing just won't start.
They're gonna tow it in. They're lifting the hood on the car.
I wanted to drive. Hop in and drive.
I've seen guys get pushed to victory lane. I've never seen them get towed to victory lane. Look at Regan Smith.
He's going to be in no position to do the interview when he gets there. He's going to be out of gas.
That is fantastic.
Regan Smith is a professional.
I think he's going to make it, though.
I just hope he doesn't go down, because he'll never hear the end of this.
It's a big track.
Matt,
Run,
be
Forrest.
thankful you aren't doing victory lane today. Regan had to make that run.
They got to get that interview before they go off the air.
Another guy turned in another impressive run. You told me if you could just get a top 10 finish today, that would almost seem like a win. P6.
Oh, wait, it should have been P5 there. I don't know if you guys were watching.
Oh, we were watching, trust me.
Yeah, the 11 and I had a heck of a battle. Justin's a really great kid. I've had a lot of fun getting to know him as a teammate, obviously an affiliate of ours at RCR. And we raced the heck out of each other, but super clean, and that's what the fans love to see. I pulled the slider on him in 3 and 4 about 6 laps in a row. I just could not get it to hook up enough, and he kept side drafting me back. But our 21 Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup and Ralph's Chevrolet Camaro was really great in 1 and 2. I could turn up off underneath him and cross the seam and get a run, and that's where I beat him every time, but I could not hook up off of 4. So, I mean, 6 is good, but I'm always trying to be better, and I know we had a car capable of running the top 5, but these guys did a phenomenal job. I'm really fortunate to be working with them and with this race team. It's an honor. And
At least RCR's back in the Xfinity Series.
We got 16 more races to go, so I'm really pumped for it.
First Xfinity start, P6 here at Auto Club Speedway. Regan?
Well, it took 12 career starts, Harrison Burton, and a little bit of a challenge to get this interview in, but you're a winner in the Xfinity Series.
Heck yeah, man, that's awesome. So proud of our guys. All we've heard is we can't do it, we'll never do what the last year's 20 did, and we're off to a good start, so it's awesome. It feels so good to win, and there's times when you go through like a little bit of a drought, you just doubt yourself, and to get a win, man, it feels so good, especially after last year we struggled a little bit. So really proud of our guys. Texas Super was really fast, and once we moved up to the top at the end, it was going to be really hard for him to pass us. Just trying to be smart and not put it in the wall leading.
Take a look over to the right, over here. We've got your family, your team in victory lane. They can't wait for you to get down there. This didn't come easy today, though, as you wave at them. This didn't come easy, though. You really had to work on running the wall and slowly getting yourself up there. How big of a help was Spider Rick Corelli into talking you into that?
Well, Rick was huge today, and he did a great job on those crazy restarts as well, keeping me in the game and keeping me up to date with everything that's going on here. So Rick was huge, and our whole team was huge, and I'm just so happy, man. It's something I worked so hard for, my team worked so hard for, and hell yeah, we won. That's awesome.
Harrison Burton, an Xfinity Series winner.
They're drinking Gatorade in victory lane because Harrison's not old enough to have a beer. The average age of our top 2.
Joey remembers what that's like.
That's tied for
Gatorade.
the top 2 ever. What a fun way to end this afternoon.
It really was, and as a, you always dream of your first win and pulling in the victory lane. You never think that you're going to be doing it on the front straightaway with the record behind you. But what a great job by young Harrison Burton today. Awesome day for the Burton family.
YHB.
Fun race to watch.
I think it was a great race in general. I think that we always wonder what's going to happen during the Xfinity races, but to be able to see those guys go out there,
All right, y'all.
moves, drafting down the
Give me a
straightaways,
second.
using lap traffic to get an advantage, chaos on pit row with pit stops. What a great race!
Join us tomorrow.
That is all for this particular stream. So, thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you guys, some of you I'm sure, tomorrow for the Cup race at 3:30. Yeah, 3:30. Alright, y'all. I'll catch you later.